Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Gator Show. I hope you had a good Easter, if you celebrate that, or just a good weekend in general. Let's open with a fun question. Do you think dinosaurs would paint their baby eggs for Easter?
No, that's stupid.
Yes, because I would absolutely see it happening if we laid eggs.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see it wouldn't harm the egg. It's not like painting the outside of the egg.
There would be a few idiot freaks who would paint their baby eggs, and everybody else would be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And they're like, "It's my aesthetic."
No, but these eggs would be probably be pretty big, so you could use some water-safe paint, to put on the side there.
Yeah,
this would be the equivalent of burning down forests for your gender reveal party.
I was about to say, that's totally what they would do. Is it'd just be gender reveal eggs. That'd be like the thing.
Yeah, I was basically gonna say that would just be the gender reveal equivalent.
It wouldn't hurt the egg. It would just be an aesthetic thing. It would be fun.
Well, not all gender reveals lead to mass property damage, but...
Well, but I'm saying that painting your egg will be as frowned upon as...
I don't know. I don't know.
Will it?
For your gender reveal.
I could also see it being like a status symbol thing.
Would it be any more offensive than putting
your thanks for the gift
toddler
sub,
in...
Lord Meep to MK in. MK, enjoy the emotes.
Would it be any more tasteless than putting your toddler into like some kind of crass onesie that has like an adult joke on it, but it's a little kid, so obviously they won't get it, but the adults...
I think that's also bad, yes.
Anyway. What kind of person does that?
Some
Rednecks.
people, I was gonna say rednecks, but I didn't want to assume.
Didn't want to offend a person.
We're gonna insult Khazard's audience?
Yeah, I didn't know how many. I don't know how many of Khazard's audience are proud Southerners and didn't want to risk any offending.
So anyway,
I don't think Southerners would care.
You think we care about you and your primitive egg painting for your babies? I'm not talking about Easter. That's a completely different thing.
I think it would be cute. It doesn't harm the egg at all. It's not like it hurts the egg to paint on it.
I think that's questionable.
Well, maybe if they're not using lead-based paints.
Lead-based paint might hurt the egg, but I assume like water-safe paint is.
Yeah,
it's just. I mean, the eggs are durable. The eggs
like a watercolor.
Yeah, but you really want to be the guy who's like at Home Depot or something? Like, listen, I need paint that won't give my dino baby Down syndrome. Can you give me the paint that won't do that?
Can you give me the paint that was
I'm
made
not sure
after?
what side Vigil's on here, because that sounds like a reason they wouldn't be doing it.
I'm on no side. I just think the idea sounds stupid. Who would take their babies and paint them?
Yeah.
Sorry, you're painting the egg, not the baby.
It's just an egg. It's not. You're not painting the baby. You're just painting the egg that the baby's hatching out of.
That's what the pro-omelet movement wants you to think.
I see the big egg has gotten to you.
Okay. Do you think it's not wrong to bronze baby boots, right? Nobody has any issues with bronzing baby boots for the memories.
Okay, so let's say after the fact they'll save the baby shell, the shell of the egg, and paint that every Easter.
See, now that sounds like once the baby's out of the egg, then you can paint the egg.
No, that's even more disgusting.
No, why is it worse? Because the baby.
Then you're just painting an old eggshell. Then.
Okay. Well, all right. There's been two different things proposed here. One is just immediately painting the egg and then doing question mark with it. The other is keeping the egg for years.
Why would I feel like that's a thing Dino Society would do.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Hinkle. Once the thing is outside of the egg, the shell doesn't really rot.
Also,
it just exists.
Also, there's people that like save like the baby's first haircut, or people that save like the first baby tooth.
The haircut is weird.
Oh, gross.
You know what'd be really screwed up? You know what'd be really screwed up?
What?
Okay, when the dino baby is born, you keep the egg for like years, and then you use the egg to make like a Fabergé egg urn. So it's like a cycle thing.
What the fuck?
That actually,
you come from the egg, you go back to the egg.
I could actually see that for like the rich dinos.
Yeah, like you make it into a Fabergé egg and you keep it, and then when you're dead, they cremate you, and then you go back into the and it's like a dino circle of life thing.
That's
Now you're just
that's
in an egg.
no, you're ash. The bones have been burned.
Yeah,
Not
but you were
even
smoked
bones.
beforehand.
Saving a shard of eggshell sounds way more sane than keeping a baby tooth for like 30 years. I mean, people are gonna do
They're both
crazy
disgusting.
things. Everybody's gonna have their own little thing. Also, I like people commenting, "Wow, early stream." I feel like this is late.
Yeah, this is late.
Yeah,
we're a little bit late tonight, I'd say.
Yeah.
I don't know. This feels early for us.
I guess we
No.
set a trend for the past few weeks.
I don't want that to be like the standard.
Yeah, I do want to pull back. It's been a crazy week on my end, at least.
But anyway, speaking of Final Fantasy X, who would win in a fight, Sin or Godzilla?
Give me a second.
Godzilla.
I would probably also say
Well,
Godzilla. Can we?
first of all, congratulations, Hinkle, on getting a job at Death Battle.
Is this a
What? I thought they
composite?
were
Is this a composite Godzilla with all of the movie feats Godzillas, or is this like a specific one you have in mind? Because some are stronger than
the
others.
American 1990s Godzilla.
No,
then
how about
fucking Sin
the
destroys-
modern
Sin
day
destroys that.
American Godzilla?
Wait, which one?
Yeah, the American 1990s Godzilla fucking loses heart.
Yeah, the Godzilla from the American
can't
Godzilla.
prove that.
The American Godzilla got taken out by missiles. Sin would never be taken out by missiles. They used missiles on Sin, and it didn't do shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that's a lot of.
Sin
I
is
think
able to cause like nearly continental level destruction. Like that fucking orb attack that it does around the end of 10, where it just like launches the orbs and they like create just craters across like
Yeah, what was that?
who knows
It had
how much
that-
landmass.
That move had a name. It was like Zero Gravia or something like that. It was casting Gravia, but in mass and in such huge size. Like
Right.
the damage output of Sin is pretty good. I'm just going to assume we're talking about one of the stronger Godzillas. I'm just going to use composite Godzilla. I would say
The problem
Godzilla.
with composite Godzilla is that some of the Godzillas are absolutely absurd in size, especially like the anime Godzilla.
I think Sin has the size advantage against almost all Godzillas. If I remember Sin's size correctly, he's pretty fucking huge, and Godzilla's a big boy, but he's not quite as big as any of them.
Sin? Am I misremembering his size?
I thought Sin was
Sin's pretty
huge. I
fucking
thought,
big.
I
Yeah.
thought Sin was like the size of a city, is what I remember Sin being.
yeah,
Let me look
he's definitely significant because you pull up beside him on the airship and you're only like the size of one tentacle or something, or one fin.
Yeah, like monsters that are like
I'm
building
looking at-
size slough off of him.
I'm looking at an image. He's probably about Godzilla sized. Let me post it in VC context. You can judge for yourself. But this is like compared to this. Let me find a good shot of him.
Have you
The other
thought
thing
of
about- I
streaming
mean-
on YouTube? Twitch's app just eats away at the battery. I mean, I guess since Twitch loosened up on that, I could. I'll have to look into if I want to, let the VODs stay up or do the re-upload. I mean, I'll probably look into it at some point in the future. Because I have to
Yeah, I didn't think
I have to
Stan
see
was
if it
much
takes
bigger
away at
than-
my own
Yeah, no,
internet
I was just-
streaming to two things at once.
Just posted an image. Sin isn't that big compared to Godzilla. I think he's still bigger, but not to an absurd degree. Okay, a
I
few
love
things Sin have advantage though. Sin can fly. Godzilla can't
Yeah.
fly in almost any of his iterations.
Yes, he
not,
can.
Not even
Some
that one.
bullshit,
That's-
sir. He
that's
can
a
fly with
lie.
his breath.
No, he doesn't do it. No, we're not counting this. We're not counting the breath ray.
It's
That's
in
the
Godzilla.
most ghetto. That is the most ghetto
Yes.
form of flight.
I don't
It's
care.
flight, sir.
It uses his breath weapon. He can't attack while doing it.
Yeah,
It's
I
the
can.
thing does.
Point. It's to get around.
Also
It's not
slow.
to...
Yeah.
It doesn't count because he has to use his breath weapon. He can't attack while doing it.
Yeah, but he can
Yeah,
look pretty
no,
fast.
It's just
He
not
shoots
very useful.
himself- He shoots himself into the air, and then he lets himself drop, and he attacks with his breath again as he's dropping.
Well, Sin can just
Probably
maneuver in
lost
midair.
that breath
Okay.
thing.
Sin has the air advantage. Sin, I don't think it's fair to not say that Sin has the advantage in being a better flyer.
I don't
Okay,
care. Godzilla is the more stylish flying.
I
That's
would
one of
say the key.
Stylish, my ass.
Oh, okay. So did we
Sorry.
establish Sin is bigger than Godzilla, or are they going roughly
I'd
the same?
say
I
that
think.
they're-
Actually, hold on a sec. I'm posting another image here that kind of
I
demonstrates
think
how big
Sin
he
is only a little bit bigger than Godzilla.
Okay, 'cause
Like,
I was gonna say-
I think he's bigger, but not by a significant margin.
Okay,
yeah.
Because I was gonna say we know in Final Fantasy X you don't need the final summon to kill Sin. You could just do it straight up. So theoretically, if Godzilla could get inside Sin, I think Godzilla wins.
I mean, that is the other thing is, I was going to argue the metaphysics of Sin being able to contain an entire dimension inside of him, if that gives him a dimensional edge over Godzilla, but it really is just a pocket dimension inside of him. I don't think he can actually use it to his advantage.
Yeah, because I think it's just more
Even
like
if he
fake
pulled Godzilla
dreamscape.
into it.
How
Wouldn't
did they
Godzilla
get
just-
inside Sin?
I think they just fly into his mouth.
They attacked him, and eventually he opened his mouth and they flew in.
Okay.
Yeah,
They
so
attacked him from the-
if Godzilla can just hop in there, I don't think anything inside... Like, Sin himself could stand up to Godzilla, but I don't think anything inside could.
Yeah.
The exception being...
Whoever is current Sin.
Yeah, whoever the previous final summon would be, which I guess we would have to consider which Sin are we talking about then.
Oh.
I mean, it's
I looked up. I
don't
looked up the
accept
name of
this.
that. I looked up the name of that attack move I had mentioned, the gravity attack. It's called
Yeah.
Giga Graviton. I think that sounds really fucking
It's
cool.
pretty metal.
Giga Graviton.
I don't accept that Godzilla is getting inside Sin.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, Godzilla's pretty big. I'm not sure if he could fit in Sin's mouth.
I also, I have allowed for Godzilla flying, but as I said, it's not that maneuverable or fast. He's not going to maneuver well enough to get into Sin's mouth.
Okay, but if Sin goes
Ooh.
close enough to the ground, he can just jump kick him.
Okay, hold on a sec. I found an image, more specifically a video. This is a pretty insane feat. He blasts a canal through the planet.
Well, that's what I was referring to.
Yeah, because I had forgotten just how effective Terra Graviton was.
Terra Graviton, yeah. It's not just one canal either. He created several of those at once, and they go in different directions.
I mean, to be fair though, Godzilla has beaten guys that have more damage output than him.
You think?
I mean, it's just that he doesn't have to blow up the Earth; he just has to blow up Sin. And the Godzilla's this is a tough fight. Godzilla's plasma ray is generally very, very strong. There's not a really easy way to compare it outside of comparing it to other monsters, which is really nebulous. I'd say the best feat his thing's ever done is the American Godzilla. Do you remember Kong versus Godzilla, where he drilled through the Earth to Hollow Earth? He drilled through the entire crust using his laser breath, and it was a tunnel big enough for Kong to easily fit through, and he drilled through it in like a few minutes.
Well, I mean,
Happy
Yes,
to
but I'd
be
say the
able
most
to catch
impressive
the star of the stream. Good to see you in, Killer Cow.
the most impressive feat that current movie series Godzilla has had was, in my opinion, the fucking nuclear explosion that he just became at the end of what was it called?
Godzilla King of the Monsters?
Yeah,
the one where he fights Ghidorah, yes.
Yeah.
And actually turning himself into a nuke is sort of Godzilla's endgame move in a lot of other Japanese movies too.
That was just fucking ludicrous.
It is, and Godzilla can do that attack multiple times too. So, and I don't know how Sin would stand up to a nuke. I don't think Sin's ever had to deal with anything like a nuke
I would
before.
also say if Godzilla gets a good shot with his breath ray, like if Sin had his mouth open, like he can get a shot inside, I think that also would be devastating. It's basically comes down to how good would Godzilla be at avoiding the zero gravitas.
Godzilla does not have a lot of
maneuverable.
But
Godzilla's
we
not
just
very
consider
maneuverable.
he
He
could
would have to
fly.
try to tank it.
If he could fly by shooting the breath
it's still
laser.
an incredibly
Godzilla
slow,
doesn't dodge
linear
shit.
flight method.
Godzilla does not dodge; he tanks. But to be fair, Godzilla. Here's another one of Godzilla's more ludicrous feats I forget about sometimes. He tanked a black hole once, and if Godzilla can tank a black hole, I think he would survive Graviton.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'd say this goes to Godzilla.
I don't know, because he can also fire off multiple gravitons, and Godzilla didn't come out of the black hole unscathed, if I remember correctly. The point being that this is a good fight. This is actually pretty interesting, because it does match that theme of aquatic nightmares coming out of the water to terrorize Japan and not Japan.
Japan, but not Japan. what was I gonna say? I mean, did you watch the end of that video? He shot like 5 of them at once in 5 different directions, and look at the percentage of the planet he fucked up with that attack.
Yeah, but that's a
Yeah,
different
Godzilla doesn't
directions. I
have
don't
wide
think-
range.
I don't-
Godzilla doesn't have quite the wide range destruction feats. That
I don't
Sin has.
think Sin has the mentality to focus those. Like Sin, I think they establish as being very animalistic. Like even though it is being controlled by the previous summoner,
Yeah,
it just
he's
acts on
not-
instinct. It's hey,
Yeah.
this place is getting a little tech advanced. I'm gonna nuke it. It doesn't.
Well,
it doesn't
actually,
have
the
a
whole tech
plan to
advanced
do
thing-
it. It just shows up and destroys the place.
Spoilers,
Technically-
but the tech advanced thing is entirely propaganda. It just goes where it wants for no reason.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
technically, Godzilla's also pretty animalistic, but I think he also does have a little bit more. It's weird to say this, but Godzilla has fight this Godzilla plans. This one thing I really like about Showa Godzilla. There's not a lot of things you could use for.
Hey, yo, Duffy.
Showa Godzilla is one of the sillier Godzillas, and he doesn't quite have the wide range destructive feats, but he's smart. The Showa Godzilla knows how to use magnetism to defeat his enemies. He knows how to plan
cool.
plot.
Okay,
He knows
okay.
how-
Let's assume, for the sake of a secondary argument, let's assume that Sin takes it. I don't think Sin takes it necessarily. Let's assume he does. And Godzilla has to tag team him. Who would Godzilla want tag teaming with him?
Well, according to this movie that's coming out, King Kong, because have you seen the trailers for that movie?
Hey, thanks for the resub, yo, Duffy.
I've actually seen the new Godzilla vs Kong movie, and it's
Wait, it's
a
out?
little. It's out. Yeah, it came out last
Oh
Friday.
shit!
Oh.
I saw it in
Is
theaters,
the-
and it's a little. If you liked Godzilla vs Kong, you'll probably like it, but I would say it's a little dumber.
Is the monster antagonist a giant it looks like
a giant. It's a giant red monkey.
Oh, I
A
forgot.
giant
to put
red
those on
orangutan.
here.
I don't want to know how stupid it is. I just want to see it.
I mean, you can see it in the trailers.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait,
he's just.
I know, I
He's
saw
in the
it.
trailers.
Oh,
That's
there.
not a spoiler. But yes, there is an evil monkey Kong.
It looks funny.
He does look like an orangutan. That's what I thought he was at first. He looked like a lanky Kong looking motherfucker.
Well, then I thought I was like, is it a Gigantocithecus?
But I don't think
Looks like
it
that
might be.
there.
But I was gonna say I don't think Godzilla would want Kong on his side. Kong is kind of a scrub compared to
Okay.
Godzilla. Godzilla would want. I think Godzilla would want. Let's see. I don't know if Mothra has any advantages over Sin. Mothra kind of has like this whole. Mothra's not that strong, but
wait.
she has a lot of anti-evil bullshit going
wait,
for her. She has.
I'm gonna add a secondary thing onto this. Which summon would Godzilla team up with from Final Fantasy X?
Bahamut, absolutely. I think Bahamut and Godzilla go together like chocolate and peanut butter. One's a dragon. One is also a dragon. One breathes fire. The other also breathes fire.
The other breathes like weird plasma lightning generated by a wheel on its back.
That's you. You could also say Godzilla also breathes plasma lightning of a sort.
That's
I like
true.
Balefore. He's cool.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, Belphegor's pretty cool.
Belphegor. That's not 10.
I think he's the. I think no. I think he's the. I think he is the first summon you get, if I remember
That's
correctly.
Yeah, what's his name again?
Valafor.
Balafor. He's the first
Balafor.
summon Yuna unlocks.
Valafor. V.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was Balefore, but yeah, Valafor. He's cool looking.
I thought you said Belphegor.
No.
I think
I
think
like
of Demon-
Valafor. He's like one of the more only unique summon they've come up with after quite a while.
And also, Valafor actually has a huge amount of potential if you actually bother doing all the
Leveling
boosting
up.
of stats and stuff that you can do.
And you don't usually have to because they level with Yuna. As
Yeah.
Yuna levels up, they do too. So you don't have to over level with the item grinding. I didn't really
look.
do that.
Another fellow FF14 lover, Hinkle.
But when you hey, who's
If,
talking about
if 14 was included, I say Susanoo just to see Godzilla get confused by the Kabuki theater antics. That'd be fun.
I forget
I haven't
Susanoo
gotten
is an
to
actual.
Susanoo
I
yet.
confuse. I forget all the time that Susanoo is an actual Japanese god and not just Naruto bullshit.
I want to see Yojimbo just because I want to see him try and force Godzilla to pay him.
That'd be great. I do like
Yeah.
that.
It's a really short team up. Give me money. I am
Godzilla-
dinosaur. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Maybe you can have my dog. You want my dog? My dog will help you.
Give me money, Screonk.
Understandable. Have a nice day. Yojimbo would be fucking great. No, I would need to research that more. That's a good question. Sin versus Godzilla.
All right, Death Battle. If you do us, you have to pay us now.
Exactly.
I mean, if Godzilla tanked a black hole, I think Godzilla wins. But
yeah, to be fair, it wasn't a real black hole. It was a singularity generated by humans, but it still worked just like a black hole. It was a singularity.
Anyway, maybe we should start with the Gator since
There's plenty of human-sized.
We're talking about what do they want? We're talking about lizards. We're talking about aquatic reptiles. This is very relevant.
Somebody's got to wrangle you.
Could Wolverine kill Godzilla?
No.
Which
no,
human-sized fictional character could take on Godzilla? Would Ultraman count because he starts human-sized?
I don't think Wolverine.
I mean, it would depend if he could melt his skeleton or not.
No, he couldn't melt his skeleton, but he could melt all of the skin off of his skeleton.
It also depends on how generous they're feeling, because wolves come back from just the skeleton before, so...
Yes, which doesn't make any fucking sense. But...
Bone marrow.
Like I said, it depends on how generous the writers are feeling. They sometimes get around it by saying the metal survived, but his bones turned to ash on the inside. So there was nothing to regenerate.
Oh, he regenerated from bone marrow, is what it was saying?
Well, that's happened. I don't know, man. It's weird.
Maybe also saved his brain.
God damn, that music shift caught me.
Yeah.
He regenerated from...
I mean, then you've got also just Deadpool, who's come back from mush.
Okay, speaking of Deadpool, just commenting on this real quick and then we'll get going. The thing I worry about Wolverine versus Godzilla is I assume Wolverine isn't immune to cancer and radiation. But Deadpool probably is.
I'm pretty sure he is immune to disease.
Deadpool's whole thing is that his cancer is why he looks that way.
But also, because of his power, it's not affecting him.
Yeah,
so
it just means
his power and Wolverine's power are the same.
Well,
therefore...
The thing was that his was originally a enhanced version of Wolverine's power. Well, he did, Frankie, but he didn't die. He just got really, really burned, so he could survive that.
Doomslayer could take Godzilla? I don't think so.
Do you guys have
he beat Icon of Sin, who was kaiju-sized.
I don't have you locked in for anything, MK. Do you want to be on ending 2 for your bet?
Alright, Icon of Sin versus Sin. Right now.
I don't know enough about Doom.
I'd probably give it to the one that's not from Doom, because the one from Doom is either a wall or just a lumbering beast, so...
Yeah, I feel like again, Sin's feat there. Like, Sin versus Godzilla is very, very tight, mainly because of watching what Sin did in that video clip. Sin's insane.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay, anyway.
Like the ones where Shima and I would talk about when we were playing through Resident Evil 4, we'd ask how different fictional characters would get through the incident.
My favorite was Samwise Gamgee, if he could rescue Ashley. That was my favorite.
Quit stalling and fight me already.
Stop talking about Sin and Godzilla.
God damn it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were a gamer girl. Do these game arguments not interest you?
I play one game. That doesn't make me a gamer girl.
I get enough of this shit from Inko when he's rambling on about video games.
I'm not. I'm just setting the stage is all.
Which character are you having sound like the guy from a regular show?
The fat guy on the right.
The one on the right.
If you open up the stream, he's the fat ankylosaurus on the right. He's a gaming guy. So I gave him a gaming guy voice.
You know who else plays video games?
Man, I love that. The Muscle Man voice easy.
Plus, you think you're the only challenger I've got today?
I look
You know who
around.
else challenged me?
I look around, noticing that there was now a group surrounding us.
Oh, hold on a second. I'm watching in the Twitch stream.
Well, stop.
Yeah, I know.
On my title as champion, I'll take all comers now. Whoa, can I rephrase that?
He said comers.
A hushed whisper goes through the crowd.
Bummers. Wait, I think Olivia
Yeah,
had
it
a
skipped
line
really.
there.
Yeah,
it skipped
it was
really
supposed to
quick.
be him interrupting
She was saying
her.
finally, and then
Finally,
Form a line now.
I mean, she's
also
already
outside.
standing next to
Everyone-
him, though.
Everyone from tallest to shortest.
Everyone from least crippled to most crippled.
You know who else is titled champion?
yeah, Sly. I also get the Kuwabara. It's a very similar voice.
I remember Kuwabara. I didn't watch a lot of Yu Yu Hakusho, but I remember
You're
the
very
main cast.
close to Kuwabara. That's what you're doing right now. Is basically what Sabbat was doing.
Hey, Urameshi, get over here. This Gator
Urameshi.
girl wants to challenge me.
Yeah.
You know who else is crippled?
You.
Okay.
Tallest. Oh, hey, I called my own joke. I love it when I do that. Call it tallest to smallest. Most crippled to least crippled. In reverse order.
What?
Quick, someone pick up Olivia to show that she's actually really tall.
No cutting.
This Gator's so heavy. What she lacks in height, she makes up for in girth. Just look at the size of this gal.
The absolute unit.
She did the face.
She did the face. Everybody do the face.
Oh, she did the thing!
Okay, yeah, we're gonna wipe the floor with you, Buster.
That's my name.
Wait.
But I don't even play video games.
And I'm not really a gamer either.
Inko's not a gamer?
I mean, I don't even
No,
complain about
No,
them.
he's an art kid. Remember?
Yeah, he's very different from Anon. We have to keep remembering. Inko is not Anon.
Too bad. Consider it the blood tax.
You gotta pay the cheese tax.
You gotta play the troll toll.
So Liz goes first.
I want to protest further, but Olivia's head turns towards me with a pleading look on her face.
She's
Wouldn't
giving
it be
you
funny if
puppy
one of
gator
them beat
eyes.
him first?
Besides, you think I want to put my hands on that thing? Who knows where?
We're in!
Relax, it's just a little bit of Cheeto dust.
Inko!
Yes! Come on, Liz, it won't be that bad.
He doesn't play video games, he just watches YouTube reviews about them. I could totally see Inko being the guy that's like, oh cool, a 4-hour essay at 2 a.m. I'm in.
Oh wow, an 8-hour retrospective about Legend of Zelda such and such.
New video essay? Oh boy, 3 a.m.
Good shit! Good shit!
You're still by the... You're still by the Brachio booth, right? Hold tight, I'll come get you.
Brachio corner.
She's in another fucking room right now. This gag is going a little far, just like her.
Just like
I
her-
like the
damn it.
I like the implication that their body. There's a specific place for them to stand while their head goes around.
Yeah.
Wow, the racial segregation's back, but for brachios. Who saw that coming? Damien
God.
pushed-
Oh, I didn't even get that Brachio booth, meaning like there's a place for Brachios to go.
Yeah,
So
I
that they
just said
can-
that.
I didn't. I'm commenting on. Yeah.
Damien pushes
Racial
back,
segregation.
pushes back through the small group around us, following Liz's neck to find the rest of her.
To be
Well, they
fair,
have
it might just be a courtesy thing. It makes it easy for them to just stand in somewhere
Exactly.
safe.
I mean, what do
Yeah.
they expect them to do though? If their room is in like a cornered off sector for brachios, like how do they play the games? Just play with their mouths?
Well, obviously, if you're gonna
Well, I
play, you're
think it's
gonna
not
walk
for when
out
you're
of
playing,
it, but if you're
yeah.
just hanging out.
Yeah.
Her head swivels around and gives chase, her pleas to not have to play falling on deaf ears. I really want to see that as like an animation.
I don't even feel like that's how that should work.
Oh,
Right.
he's about to explain it.
Brachio booth.
The arcade's claustrophobic, so brachiosaurs who intend to bump into everything, including each other. There was some lawsuit, so now there's a few platforms placed where people like her can sit and reach everything, if you know what I mean. There's even some water fountains attached.
Oh, they have their own water fountains too.
Oh, so it's an accommodation because they kept getting sued.
Doesn't stop things from getting tangled when there's multiple, but it's something.
Oh my god. They have to have an official
Well, I feel like
brachiosaur
that's on. I
detangler.
feel like that's on them at that point.
Yeah. This gag is going a little too far.
Huh. Or
Deepest.
Well, it's like everybody is gonna want to know what the hell it is, so might as well explain it.
in the end, Liz must have relented because she shuffles up to the rest of the group.
Like, their neck shouldn't be this long.
Fine, let's just make this quick.
And see, that's the rule. Her neck must be the longest in the room always.
Liz,
Heck. Oh wait.
Liz reluctantly
Post.
steps forward towards the arcade cabinet, a crooked smile forming on the self-proclaimed champion's face.
Wait until I tell my mom that I was next to a girl today.
Speaking of gagging, do you think Liz has a gag reflex? Yes, but no
we
one's been able to activate it yet.
Yeah, as I said, nobody's ever been able to get that far.
We covered this in one of the earlier streams. Yeah. It was one of our first questions.
Doesn't take long for Liz to completely lose.
Completely.
The large ankylosaurus hands move like a blur as they dance across the controls, pummeling their digital opponent into the ground.
I just realized
Get good.
he has like a Ken haircut.
As boastful as he was earlier, he at least proved that he was skilled at Jurassic Kick, the screen displaying perfect after only a minute against Liz.
Jurassic Kick is a great game.
Liz crosses her arms and starts heading back to her old seat in the booth, head in tow with a pout. Buster leans his head back against his clasped hands to make a show that it was no big deal.
Just jump and kick. Just jump and kick. That's all you gotta do. Next victim.
He's really good at the neutral game, they call it.
That's
Wait,
I've
so,
never
like,
been an anti-air I can't beat.
I'm not that great at fighting games IRL, so I do tend to lean on the jump and kick strategy when things are getting desperate.
You thought you were safe on that? Don't you know your positive frames?
Damien struts to the cabinet and jams his hands in his pocket for his change. Is there a whole piggy bank in there?
Baby.
I haven't seen your group around before. Tourists.
Oh no. Liv and I used to come here all the time. Life's been tough though, you know, so we got some friends to come along this little trip down memory lane. Lighten the mood a bit.
Cool story, bro.
This place hasn't changed much in the years either. Except for you. You gained weight.
He hoists.
Hey, I'm not fat, just naturally buff.
He hoists the quarters high and jams them into the slot. Once more, the screen lights up and the character selection music busts in. Buster considers his selection and ultimately chooses the same character.
Yeah, Akuma. There's nothing cheap about Akuma. All skill, baby.
Oh, wait. Damien jams in the buttons and picks his right after Ant. What's with the death glare?
Damien just picked a counter to his character.
Oh, he's being meta.
Probably expects all of us to be beginners.
Buster does seem a bit more tense now.
Who's a good counter to Akuma?
Here, let me flex this. He'd probably be playing Geef. Zangief is.
Since then, though. I don't know why she's in.
I wonder if
Dry-throw,
Olivia is gonna play like a joke, like a gag character and wipe the floor with him.
No, Geef is like literally made to counter guys like Akuma who are glass cannons.
Ah,
Her
He's
explanation.
tanky, and he hits hard.
beating him with Dan Hibiki would be pretty funny.
Her explanation is cut short as her words take on a scratchy quality to them. Hey, you okay?
What? I'm fine.
Shit, she's been out of the water for too long.
I could go refill your canteen pretty quick.
Sure, thanks.
She reaches behind her and unhooks her severely dented water bottle from her chair.
What? Such interesting details.
I mean, my water bottle is also pretty dented.
There's something to look into for Christmas.
That's sweet.
That Buster guy said there was water by the Brachio booths. No, Eiko, that's for them only.
You can't drink the dirty brachio water. Who knows what they've done to it?
Although I can't imagine the water here is very good. Christmas, what? What am I thinking? I haven't gotten anyone a gift like that before. Like a water
What?
bottle?
Jesus, Inko, it's a water
No, I
bottle.
think he
God.
just meant anyone like a gift at all. I think
Yeah, maybe.
anyone outside
I'm
the
rich, but
family.
I don't give gifts. That's
People outside the family, yeah. Awesome.
Giving gifts? That's a poor people thing.
The only gift they need is the gift of Inko.
Focus, Eiko. You're just getting some water. We're headed deeper into the arcade towards the
Based on
center,
the name, I'm guessing Rumdog is in like Germany.
passing through the aisle lit by game screens.
Sorry, I'm talking to the chat.
What makes you say that?
Sweden.
I was close. That's close, right?
Yeah,
Not
no, I mean,
geographically.
well, in a time zone sense, yeah, it's pretty good, actually.
Yeah. I mean, I was basing it on time zone, so.
You guys have done
Insert
already?
water.
Nah, just refilling Olivia's bottle. Guess I'm gonna miss Damien's match. Say, Liz,
Why'd you suck so much?
this sticker here, what is it? Her head comes in close as she eyes the weird brand on the canteen.
It's a little uncomfortable.
Oh, that's from some really old show. Like, back in the 90s old. Why?
Just curious is all.
Back in the 90s. In the time.
Well, I never really asked
When is
Olivia
this?
about it.
Man,
Remember the 90s?
That
The
is
90s were
old.
so much better.
I mean, I can't believe the 90s was 87 years ago.
I can't believe the 90s was 500 years ago.
I can't believe the
Cleopatra
90s was before the
born in
birth
the
of
90s.
Christ.
I can't believe the 90s existed in another. Fuck. What do you call the cycle of the cycle in Elder Scrolls? I learned it recently, but I forgot the name. My joke is
Era?
ruined. No, like not era. Like when the whole universe resets. The ones the Red Guards came from another one of.
Oh god, I don't...
Right guards came from another version. I did not know
Oh, you're
that.
going into that weird fucking Kirkbride lore.
Yeah, like when all of the universe
The
resets.
shit that's like dubiously canon now.
Oh, it's dubiously. I thought it was just.
Well, the
regularly
things he
canon.
wrote after he left are dubiously canon, but
Maybe I
it's
should.
like-
After all, I think I recall watching a video essay about it once. Hey, we called that too.
white boy watching a video essay, who could have guessed?
Though I could never really get into older stuff. The animation always looks so choppy.
Damn, dude, he slept a whole day?
Recapping the bottle, I lead Liz's head back to the fighting game section. It's surprising that Damien and Buster are still playing. This time,
Sorry.
both of their hands slamming furiously on the controls.
I'll be right back. I gotta do laundry.
Okay. We shall wait.
Let's see. I was busy looking up that Elder Scrolls lore thing. Did he recognize the show?
No.
Okay.
All right, so can you refresh me on this? I'm a bit.
Okay, so basically there's this thing in Elder Scrolls where before even the first era, apparently the entire universe of the Elder Scrolls will repeat, like the entire universe will reset every once in a while, and the Red Guards come from another one of those cycles. I'm trying to remember that cycle. Like, there was a specific name for it.
That's what they claim, anyway.
Huh, they recently, that kind of thing came up in RuneScape, I think last year in their lore.
It's
Tulpa?
a common thing.
Talpa kind of sounds familiar, but it sounds too much like Tulpa.
I think it is Talpa, actually.
Scrolls, Talpa.
So when do we get the Jackie Chan
Talpa! Talpa, what it was called. It's from
Talpa,
another
right.
Talpa. I can't believe the 90s were in another Kalpa. There, my joke is complete.
It only took you a Kalpa to do it.
Yeah, it only took me a single Kalpa. More kaiju. Oh, kaiju thing. See, I told you, Godzilla's were...
I've only watched one
Godzilla was
video
related.
essay, and it was about Chris Chan, Adept guy. I'm so sorry.
What? Oh, what the that absolutely long, the absolute in-depth
Lost-
one that
the
Gino
Lost Lore.
Samuel's doing.
The lore of Chris Chan is a lore that I feel like I don't ever have to delve into. I don't think I would survive it. I feel like I would, if I started the video, I would be pausing it every 30 seconds just to fucking give myself time to to decompress.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, that documentary is still going on, and it is rapidly approaching part 100, and it hasn't even hit like 2018 yet.
Oh my god. How
there's-
in-depth can they get on him?
There's a line that we should...
Chris is unironically the most well-documented human in history, I think.
Do you think people in the future will be like learning about Chris Chan like how we learn about like Roman emperors?
Probably.
Hopefully not. I guess you could say
Maybe in the
Chris
same way
Chan-
we hear about Caligula, if we're lucky.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Chris Chan would be like the modern equivalent of prophets you used to learn about from Greek forums. Is the closest equivalent I can think of, but I think his legacy is mostly going to be one of shame and embarrassment.
Who's Caligula also, by the way?
I'm back.
Oh, welcome
The crazy one, the really crazy emperor.
back.
What the fuck are we talking about?
We were
Chan.
talking about Chris Chan. So,
Oh, Jesus.
point being, you didn't miss much.
It's surprising that Damien and Buster are still playing. This time, both of their hands slamming furiously on the controls. A crowd has even formed around the duo, exchanging low whispers as they watch the old CRT screen. I pick out Olivia at the front of the crowd, close to the cabinet, so she's able to clearly watch. She's hyper-focused, to the point that when I swish the bottle in front of her face, she just leans over to keep watching.
Yeah, honestly, he kind of fucked up giving Olivia a chance to watch him play.
Oh, that's actually a good point. Yeah, he shouldn't have given her the opportunity to watch him play, not just once, but twice.
Well,
Possibly
Well,
3
this
times
is
if Hinkle
assuming
takes his
he
turn.
keeps the same character.
He could do a switch up. Like,
Any fighting game player worth their salt has 2 mains, just in case.
And he did think they were new. Oh, welcome, Mally. Sorry for late, was running quest. No worries.
Hey, Molly.
Hope you had success
Mally.
in that.
It's a Mally.
Evil it is, then. I hold the canteen above her muzzle and carefully tip it over until a few drops fall on her face. Her tongue laps up along her lips and swipes up the nourishing droplets before glaring at me.
It's just like a dog. It's just fucking. I can't remember who did that thing like when the dog's mouth is open and you do the hand thing, or are you just going up and down, up and down, up and down?
I've seen
Wasn't
that
there
video.
somebody who did like an art of that with Olivia?
I think someone did an
What?
edit. I've seen the video. I think someone probably did an edit of that. If not
Like, there's
Olivia
this-
with Fang.
There's this like video Hinkle where a dog has its mouth open and the owner sticks his hand in his mouth and just does a inside of his mouth, and I thought somebody had did an art of that of Olivia, just her big open mouth.
I haven't seen that video, but it sounds adorable.
That is amusing, Rumbog, the jack of all trades, master of none approach to fighting games.
Playing it up.
Here you go, fresh from the latrine.
R.
She takes the bottle or gouts most of it right away before clearing her throat.
You can actually see the sticker.
So I'm guessing the sticker is probably...
The one her thumb's on.
Yeah, I guess it would be
It
that,
looks-
but then we got the shovel over here.
I thought that was a cup.
It looks
like a
like
drink cup.
Is it just me or does it look like fucking Dilbert?
I thought it kind of looked like a stone head.
It looks
Doesn't
like
look like
maybe
much,
some
right?
armor and like a pterodactyl head on top.
No, if we ever get a close-up.
No.
Oh, there you go, Hinkle. Someone posted the dog video in chat if you want to see it.
Oh yeah, that's the one. Just imagine doing that with an alligator.
Not what I expected.
Hey, get the heck out of here.
Thanks.
You could say fuck on Twitch, Shima.
Oh, what did he say? I actually couldn't hear him.
It's in the title of the video, man.
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't read. Read is for nerds.
No, Reed's a cool guy.
Reading is for dorks.
How's
I just happen to know all the dialogue ahead of time. I never had to actually read anything so far. I just listened to it on audio.
You read, I absorb it mentally through osmosis. How's Damien's match going?
Well, he's getting too aggressive.
He is.
I'm on. I pulled a Shima.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, Buster picked a rushdown character, so Damien picked a zoner to keep Buster at a distance.
Okay, so who would those be for Street Fighter?
It's actually kind of the opposite because Akuma's
I
more
don't
of a
know if there's
zoner.
any zoners in Street Fighter. And yeah,
Isn't Dalsim kind of a zoner?
Rose is absolutely a zoner.
honestly, there's not a lot. I mean, usually the rushdown would be the counter to the zoner.
Most of the
But-
zoners in like Street Fighter are really the Shoryus. Whoever has easy projectiles is considered a zoner.
Wait, Damien
So-
is a
How
boy's
good the
name?
zoner
Yes,
is.
Mally.
Do you know girls named Damien?
It might be a pronunciation thing, like Damien. I don't know.
Damiena kind of sounds feminine. But I've only known male Damiens.
Thought they were parodying Melee. I mean, it has to be some sort of fighter cabinet.
Yeah, it makes me think of Jurassic Kick. I was actually going to ask earlier, what parody do you think it is? Because Jurassic Kick doesn't really sound like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat or any of the big ones that come to mind.
I mean, it's more of just the pun.
Yeah, they're going for a dinosaur pun. I guess maybe, just off pun-wise, maybe Mortal Kombat. Because, you know, it's combat with the K.
Oh, Khaled brings up a good point. It must be a street. God damn it! I thought I changed that out last week. Khaled brings up a good point. It's a Street Fighter parody because he mentioned that this was the Diago parody.
Oh yeah, they've made a Daigo
Right.
parry.
Diago. Yeah, I meant to say Daigo, but Diago is what Khaled spelled.
One of your NPCs is named Damien. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it probably could be a girl's name.
Giraffe kick equal flash kick. The boxers would be good examples of Rushdown, though, like Balrog and Dudley and all that. I know what all of these terms mean, and it's super funny.
I get
being
half
in
of it.
England. Oh, sorry, this is Olivia.
Yeah.
Alright. Problem is that zoners are notoriously bad when it comes to footsies. And then even worse with mix-ups. Which means that if Buster is able to get into Damien's hurt box, he's gonna get super punished and might even lose the set in a single.
Wait a second. I'm human.
So Damien has to keep his distance.
Oh no, I have a social life. I don't understand all of these obscure fighting
crap.
terms.
Wait, what's that?
It's not looking good for him. He's probably about to.
Oh crap.
Olivia and I watch from the sidelines as, over the next few seconds, Buster pulls off an impressive series of moves that crush Damien's character into the ground. Almost like he was waiting for us to get back. Oh.
He was playing with his food.
Wow, you actually knew how to play.
Buster jabs an accusing finger my way, as though marking me for death.
You're next.
All right,
Tonight.
Goldberg.
Tonight, you.
I don't like how he said that.
Anybody else hear him say that?
Damien's expression carries a hint of disappointment as he steps away from the cabinet, but he quickly peps up and reassumes his usual jovial self.
Damn, I got my ass kicked. Oh well.
Just me and Olivia left. I nervously step up to the cabinet.
The thing is, Damien does act like an idiot, but he is actually smart. Like the way he was smart talking Solly in like the first set.
Yeah, he's not stupid. He's
He's
simple.
not book smart, but
He's
Yeah.
got
He's
clever.
He's good with people. He's people smart, is what he
Yeah.
is. Unless he's telling embarrassing childhood nicknames to total bullies. Then he's not people smart.
He's like Michael Scott from The Office, an absolute buffoon, but he gets really savant level when it comes down to it.
That's a good example.
A plethora of characters in various fighting poses stare back at me, each with their own promises of victory. I recall an old saying Coach Solly had.
all right. I gotta prep for this one. If we do not know what we are doing, then the opposing team certainly can't anticipate our future actions.
I tap my joystick over till the large question mark in the middle of the screen is highlighted, to the astonishment of spectators and my visibly nervous opponent. The game begins, and my opponent besides me seems exceptionally calm as he manipulates his controls.
Oh, he selected random. Now he doesn't know what to prepare for.
Compared to me, trying out every button and stick input to figure out what the heck I'm doing. Unlike Damien, who at least looked like he was holding his own against the bloated Buster, I was getting the digital crap kicked out of me. Every attempt I made was met by my character being grabbed and thrown in some ridiculously elaborate way. By the time the perfect announcement plays out on the screen, I could feel my wrists cramping from the crazy amount of button mashing I'd done in under a minute.
The buttons, they do nothing.
At least I lasted a little longer than Liz.
It's ink over. Inko bros, we lost.
Oh no.
Don't feel too bad. I am the best here after all.
I can't help it. Every time I say, oh no, bro, I have to do the muscle man voice.
Oh no, bros.
Oh no, bro.
His snort-filled laughter grates on my ears as I walk back to my friends, all of them staring daggers at the pastely-scaled dino. You know who else lasted longer than Liz? Oh, I don't like the way that could also be interpreted.
Wait. No, I'm not. We're getting off of Chris Chan.
The rest of the crowd are in an uproar along with him, but I could feel my ears heat up at the attention. Olivia's eyes are narrowed as she wheels herself into position, her tail lashing roughly against the ground as she waits for the laughter to die down and her turn to finally begin. Buster chuckles to himself while cracking his knuckles.
Hey, do you need a handicap? I just finished wiping the floor with your friends while hardly breaking a sweat. Just so you know who you're really dealing with, I'm Buster O'Nuts, achiever of octaves in the annual Jurassic Wisconsin E-Tournament, demolisher of Icaria, second best player of 2007 to 2012, and co-leader of the Midwestern branch of the Mighty Mammoths Gamers Guild. You won't look bad for ducking out. Or are you ready to get busted? I'm about to bust a nut all over this Gator girl.
You're fat.
I said I'm not fat, I'm just overly sexy.
If he got any skinnier, he'd be too popular.
That's why I stay big. Fuck. You know, you can still...
Zuma.
Zuma. He's my hero. You know, you can still back out of this.
Olivia's response is to insert her coin slowly, without breaking eye contact with Buster, with what I can only describe as a predatory leer. She then slams her fist on the start button. Buster instantly moves his cursor towards a different character.
Haha, my second main. The trap is sprung.
Damien next to me lets out a soft gasp. What? What's wrong?
Buster's character is like 3 kinds of bullshit is what's wrong.
What?
He's playing Dante from Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
He's playing Dr. Doom.
Well, for one thing, he's usually Gentleman's Band and Turn and
His mouth is moving, but all that comes out is alien words.
I like that term, gentleman's band, where it's not officially banned, but everyone kind of has like an inner agreement not to use them for the sake of cheapness.
Buster lets out a chuckle and turns to look at Olivia, giving her a smug grin. I like how his jawline spikes look like acne and / skin defects. Yeah, they do got the neck beard vibe going on.
Yeah, that's a good detail. It's an actual ankylosaurus feature, but it's used in an artistic way that makes it look like pastiness.
Yeah, no, I was thinking it was made to look like it was his neck beard.
That's clever.
But it's funny. This is that guy who just uses boss characters in casual play.
M. Bison is totally fair and legal.
No, this is like playing Gil in Third Strike, the guy who has a resurrection super.
Olivia doesn't seem at all fazed by Buster's character choice, clicking her joystick lazily.
I play Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat.
Suit as
The only quote unquote broken character I know how to play, and I remember being actually pretty good with him, was Akuma. I knew Akuma's supers really well.
Actually, the funny thing is Shao kind of sucks now.
But here I am, having only played Smash.
I guess the Smash equivalent would be, I guess Steve. Steve is the highest tier on the tier list last I checked. But I don't know. Steve seems like a really hard to master kind of guy. I wouldn't.
Steve is like the hardest one to master because it relies on RNG.
I guess it would be like Meta Knight Brawl. Brawl and Meta Knight was the gentlemanly band character.
Yeah, well, no, Meta Knight was just banned.
Usually
was he just straight up
Mewtwo as
banned?
well.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I thought I didn't know that there were any officially banned characters in
Meta
Smash
Knight was
tourneys.
banned because it was all you have to do was
Too
tap
good.
B over and over again, and then B up, and then you won the fight.
Soon as Olivia picks her character, the game's announcer blares the name aloud.
Wani log.
Wow, that's really good timing on the music. Damien turns to look at me. The excitement in his face is overbearing.
He's gonna fucking die. That's Olivia's main. Oh man, this will be one hell of a fight if Olivia's breaking her out.
So is this Wani Long a good character?
No. The shortest explanation you'll understand is yes.
What's the long one?
No. If you don't know what a shoto is, it'll take too long to explain here.
So
She
she's
literally
just,
plays the
this
main
would be
character.
this would be like busting out fucking Akuma or Ryu, because
Yeah,
they're both
Ryu.
Shotos.
What is the shoto?
Okay, I was thinking of
I want
an
an explanation.
another kind of Shoto.
Shoto is the bread and
No, that's
butter
a Shota.
character.
Oh, I am thinking of Shoto. You're right. I'm thinking of
Shoto as in Shotokan, as in the style of karate that Ryu and Ken use.
But
In fighting game terms, it means the basic character, but that also usually means the same moveset as Ryu and Ken. The
Yeah,
same
so
quarter circle inputs and dragon punches and all that.
yeah, basically the character around which the rest of the game is balanced. They
Ah.
are the middle ground. Mario is the Shoto of Super Smash Brothers.
But
Oh,
they
that
can
makes
also
sense.
be
So it's the
really
most
top.
it's the most
Oh yeah,
balanced
no, they can
character.
still be really good.
They can be
because
extremely
they are
top tier.
just
Like Ryu,
good at everything.
all three of them can place pretty high in a tier list, just depending on how the rest of the cast is set up.
Yeah,
Or like in Fighters, Goku would be the Shoto.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Also, how is the audio of our voice to game voice? Because the sound feels a tad loud.
But, yeah,
Just
usually
ask in the
main
chat.
It's good on our end.
Okay.
But yeah, usually the main character of the fighting game is the Shoto of the fighting game.
I see.
It's good. Okay, gotcha.
God, I'm learning so much about fighting game lore throughout this segment.
Yeah, we're learning a lot here.
Or at least me and Khazard, it sounds
Yeah.
like Scruffy and Hinkle have more experience.
I love fighting games. I'm not good at them. The only ones I've ever been good at are Blaze Blue and Super Smash Brothers.
I think I'm
Halfway
pretty good
decent.
at
I
Smash.
was halfway decent at Skullgirls, but I haven't played in a long time.
I think I'm pretty good at Smash Brothers, though I'm dubious on whether it counts as a fighting game in the eyes of people who play fighting games regularly. As far as like fighters go, I think the best game I'm at is Street Fighter 4 in Fighters,
I mean,
Dragon
it's
Ball
just-
Fighters.
Just because it plays differently doesn't mean it's not a fighting game. Like, I mean, it's still similar enough in concept. It's.
Well, here's the
people
thing:
say-
is that competitive Smash is very particular and very. It
Oh,
both
also,
is and
so-
isn't.
I just remembered. I'm also pretty good at Soul Calibur. I played Soul Calibur a lot.
It's actually, yeah, I was pretty good at Soul Calibur too. I love Voldo so much.
We should do a fighting game night sometime.
Voldo
That'd be
just
fun.
flows so fantastically. But
I like
it's
Maxie because
saying-
I like Maxie because he had the nunchucks.
I'm trying to think of a good example. I don't know. That,
I mean, Smash is
Kirby
generally
Air
kind of
Ride.
unique.
It's like saying Kirby Air Ride is not a racing game.
I mean, it is definitely a racing game. It has like
Yeah.
placements and goals, and it's just a different
Yeah.
kind of racing game.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't know. I
that's
could definitely see the argument for it
The
being a
thing
fighting
is
game. I
that-
just also kind of see the argument where fighting snobs wouldn't consider it one.
it would not be considered a pure fighting game. It'd be considered a party fighting game first and foremost, as was intended by its developers.
well, sure.
Stated
Doesn't make it-
multiple times, it's a party game first and foremost. There's just a reason
Yeah.
they hate their comp scene.
I like M. Ken's statement here. You develop an allergic reaction to soap proportional to the amount of time you spend in competitive Smash.
Yeah, that's.
I think that applies to all fighting games.
You may also develop unwarranted. What's the best way to put this? That's safe. Illegal feelings towards people,
What the fuck?
given how the Smash community has trended lately.
Oh,
You might have to take a
I-
seat against your will.
Yeah, you might be
Yeah.
having an interview with Chris Hansen.
Coming back to we came back around to Shotas all of a sudden.
Bah.
Wario is actually fairly high tier, so it's not weird to be Wario.
I like Olimar. I'm not very. I don't know if it's just that I'm not very good with Olimar or he's not very viable. But I
Olimar's
like
not
Olimar.
very good. Actually, I think Olimar was high tier at some point.
He was high tier in Brawl because there was a
Look,
damage. Like he had high damage that I think got nerfed in the later
Yeah.
games.
While Damien rambles on, I recall Olivia's motivation just to get here. That look she had. That more than anything piques my curiosity.
I mean, I just love to watch and learn about fighting games. Understanding the strategy of them is just so cool. My problem is, number one, I don't like memorizing combos. So, if zoning is not a viable strategy in the fighting game, I'm not going to play the fighting game.
I like that about fighters. Fighters, all of the combos were just fireballs. With maybe one or two exceptions.
You could also just press the buttons and it did a long-ass combo for you. But
Yeah, it did.
even then, if you wanted to actually be good at the game, you needed to do more than just that. But it was... What?
No, you fish.
I was going to say, it was good for, like, low level, still made you at least slightly competitive. Fighters was very good about that.
That is true.
You need to try that sometime.
My main in fighters was Hit.
Hit's pretty darn
Nobody,
good.
if nobody
Well, Hit
expects
was-
him.
Hit was one of the closest things to a zoner in that game.
Oh, I would say Captain Ginyu was certainly a zoner with the summoning the Ginyu force to
Yeah.
roll across the screen.
That's true. Ginyu sucks, though. I
like
hate his whole gimmick.
Hello, loudly, badly.
He intentionally has very little health. Just to, like, mess with people and, you know, you take over your opponent and it's like, haha, now you are the one with low health.
I really like the commitment to the lore in fighters, though. Like, there's so
Yeah.
much accuracy in both the animations and in the effects.
While still making it balanced, unlike, you know, like the Budokai games where it's just
Yeah.
like, haha, a pool has 1 bar of health and doesn't do anything.
Yeah, like
Why is
that's
he
the
in the
thing
game?
about Budokai is less a fighter and more of just a Dragon Ball simulator.
Yeah.
I love that they had that, like, swap mechanic in. I just, like, alternative stuff that, you know, that's what I liked about Heroes of the Storm, some of the characters they were adding that just really pushed the bounds of what you're putting into a MOBA, you know, until they started focusing on esports and made every character...
Wait, you mean a fighting game? Or
Well,
or
like for
something
like how
different?
Ginyu to a fighting game, you know, just characters that have
yeah.
very niche play styles that, like,
Yeah.
don't really fit in with anything else, but they still did it anyways for the fun of it.
But that's why I like Phoenix in Marvel vs. Capcom.
Another good
If
fighting.
you-
Okay, that's another game. I was good at Marvel vs. Capcom.
I was not good at Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah, like Cho'Gall in Here's the Storm. That was a great concept
God, I
to add
loved
in.
Cho'Gall. God, I loved Heroes of the Storm. I'm so sad they ruined that game and abandoned it.
Blizzard
Couldn't
just...
they have just abandoned it without ruining it first?
It's because they delved too hard into making it big with esports, and then they just pulled out. Of course, that again, it might just be the management sucks, because, like, Overwatch 2, they just canned everything PvE related. Because remember this, like, oh, we're cutting the campaign, but we're gonna put in missions as, like, events. No, they announced they're not doing that either. So there's, like, less content for Overwatch 2 than Overwatch 1 now. Like, how can you screw up that bad?
Yeah, it's I just I wish I don't know.
That was rough.
It's so sad. I think speaking of Overwatch, though, they are Marvel is making a blatant Overwatch clone.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
But with
I saw
Marvel
that
characters.
it had a roster leak I had saw on V.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Like Iron Man,
'cause-
like I saw a clip and Iron Man looks exactly like Farah.
Yeah, Overwatch, but handled by someone who isn't incapable of making stupid decisions or smart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It sounds like it could be good, and also it's just I like Marvel, so
The reason esports exists is because games are fun. That's what the companies don't understand. Yeah, you let the esport form around the game. You don't try to push the esport to be a thing.
Yeah. I'm so angry about Overwatch 5. The 5v5, sorry, Overwatch 2. The 5v5 was not a good idea. The entire game was balanced around the idea of 3 tanks. And surprise, surprise, Overwatch 2 is still struggling to find a way to balance the game. And now they've like gotten to the point where every character in the game passively heals?
Yeah, because it's like, think about that for the 5v5. How do we fix this meta we got? Should we edit? Should we balance the characters? No, let's remove a slot. That should fix it, right?
Yeah, but so many of the tanks were specifically designed to be off tanks, to not be the one protecting the team, but disrupting the enemy team. And that's fine when there's also a main tank on your team. Like, and then strangely, they made Doomfist a tank with an off-tank strategy in a game where you can't be off-tanking anymore. Like, Ball is unplayable, despite what some people claim. There are people who try to play Wrecking Ball, but all they're doing is abandoning their team. And if you're playing against a team of idiots who are just trying to kill the Wrecking Ball, yeah, that works. But no, Wrecking Ball is not good. And there's other main tanks that off tanks that just don't work, and it's just you've ruined these characters. I'm so angry about Overwatch 2. And
Sorry,
they actually
get it all out.
shut down Overwatch 1. That's the other thing. They shut down. You can't play Overwatch 1 anymore.
That especially sucks. I didn't know that they had completely shut down one. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Given how popular it is.
I think Blizzard definitely seems to be a kind of erasing the past thing, kind of like when they released Warcraft 3 Reforged, they just got rid of original Warcraft 3, you could only play Reforged.
I mean,
well unless you pirate a copy, because then you can play it.
Yeah, but that makes more sense to me because it's like the same game, but with
but apparently they
graphics.
Supposedly, or at least from what I heard, they screwed up matchmaking somehow. Like it was actively a worse game. Like they screwed up stuff behind the scenes, so the game wasn't playable for a bit at the start. Yeah, they fixed it, but it's like, how did you screw up that bad? You were just doing a graphical update.
Shut up. But yeah, it's I think Blizzard is going to be in a better place because didn't they separate from Activision?
No, Microsoft
they fused.
bought them.
Oh yes, that's why they're going to be in a better place, because Microsoft bought Activision, and I'm just assuming Microsoft is not going to be as shitty about this as Activision has been.
Well,
like,
I don't know, because they fired a lot of the Overwatch team.
Well, I mean, Overwatch is dead. It's unfixable.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about future projects at this point, because Activision's the one who pushed all this shit. Like, I guess Blizzard was the ones doing it, but like, you can see, because other companies that Activision bought also just did 180s in how they handled themselves after Activision bought them. Bungie said they had a 7-year plan for Destiny 1. 3 years into that plan, they're like, Destiny 2, guys? Like, obviously, Activision just buys these companies, and it's just like, you're going to make these awful decisions because they'll make us short-term more money. And they're awful decisions.
Yeah. Of course, I don't know what future because that survival game they were working on, they announced that got canceled, so it's like, I don't think they have anything future planned outside the games they have.
Survival game?
Yeah, they announced, like, I think sometime after Overwatch 1 came out, Blizzard announced they were working on a survival game that was, like, gonna be big, and then I think 2 years ago they announced, that project is dead. It's completely canceled. Don't ever worry about it now.
Yeah, well, everything Blizzard was doing did a complete 180 when Activision bought them.
No, but this is like well after they were with Activision that this happened. So
Are you sure?
Yeah, because it was recent that this was news. So like the only real thing Blizzard has now outside of starting a new project right now would be the future Warcraft expansions, and I mean they got Hearthstone, they got Diablo Immortal they'll probably do something with, and the Warcraft mobile game they got now. Odyssey, what was it, Odyssey? Yeah, so I was right, canceled 2 years ago in 2022.
Callard, I mean, you say, like, I don't know why anyone buys their games, but you have to remember that, like, 10 years ago, I guess, 10 years ago, Blizzard was, like, the best game company. Like, not necessarily like, oh, they have the most games that are really good, but they made games that no one would say were ever bad. StarCraft 2 was such a fucking big deal. And so when Overwatch was coming out, that was like, oh my god, Blizzard is making an FPS. This is going to be fucking awesome. And because they were just the awesome company that could do no wrong. And it's just so sad how they have destroyed themselves.
They rested on their laurels, basically.
Well, no, they were bought by Activision.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's
I thought it was Blizzard that was it Blizzard that bought Activision, or was it Activision?
No,
that bought
Activision bought Blizzard. No, I mean like
EA.
Well, I mean like resting on their laurels, like at the early part of the Activision acquisition, because Diablo 3, despite the internet connections, people felt it was a pretty good game. I mean, there was some, but they didn't. There was a lot of stuff they didn't have that people complained about. So it's like, okay, there's a good base game. They'll probably play that other stuff later. Some stuff they never did, and things just kind of kept progressing that way. Of, oh no, Blizzard's still good. If they'll eventually make things up to that quality, but then
it's just a little corrupt. It's still good. It's still good.
Yeah, like there was a slippery slope that people are like, oh no, it'll just take some time. Because when they announced all PvE stuff entirely for Overwatch was canceled, some of the devs that got let go were saying behind the scenes, Blizzard was using Blizzard quality as an excuse for delaying things, as, you know, oh no, we have to polish it to a certain degree, and then stuff just wouldn't get done because of that, or be excuse. Like, is it really the quality we want? And then also ideas of, no, we need big teams. We need a team of 400 people for the PvE of Overwatch, and a team of 400 people for the PvE of Overwatch, and they didn't have those numbers. So it's like they bought into their own fantasy of, we were the best, we gotta keep this quality up, but they literally can't number-wise, but they're still believing they can, and it just ate them out from the inside. And now we are where we are now.
You either go bankrupt as a great company, or you live long enough to see yourself become a corrupt one.
Yeah.
Usually by being bought by someone else.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I still don't think, like, sorry to keep the tangent going for longer, but I don't think BioWare ever truly recovered from being bought by EA. No. And I don't think BioWare is the only company that suffered from being bought.
EA does. EA buys companies, takes all their talent, and just ruins the company they bought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just irredeemably evil.
Yeah. It's slightly, I don't know which one I hate worse, EA or Activision. I think I hate Activision more.
Basically, it seems if you start up a game company now, stay private. Don't even let the idea to get bought out happen.
Caveman and on, don't sell out to the man. No matter how much money they flash in front of you, stay humble, stay independent.
Well, no, actually,
as long as you care about your product. If you don't care about your product, fuck it.
Anyways,
I think
there's
care
still
all about what you're making.
Yeah.
Do not have faith in whoever is buying it, because they won't.
Well, or become like Steam and be a publisher. Well, I was just gonna say, because like Steam is privately owned, you know, they can't be bought out unless the people agree on it. Because I think that's a thing, right? Like, that's what happened with Twitter and Elon. If you're a publicly traded company, if enough money is offered, you legally have to take it, because you have the benefit to your shareholders.
Well,
but if you go,
if they buy if they buy more than 50% of the shares, then
I mean like if they want to buy out the company, if they offer enough, you have to accept it. It's not like, oh, I own 51%. No, I'm offering you this much money to own. You have to take it because the money is so big. You and publicly traded companies.
The other shareholders, will.
So it gets a pressure, but if you have a privately owned company, no, it has to actually be a vote in the people, so it could just be shut. Doesn't even matter if they offer all the money in the world. You can outright say no, because you don't have an opportunity to be made. You don't have what I just said the word, now I can't remember. You don't have the ties to actually be earning money for other people. It's purely your own thing you're running here. Hey, anyway, we're starting to dip into economics now. We're going really off track. So how good is Olivia with her? I think they're still picking their character, right?
That's all they've been doing this whole time, is that he was trying... Oh no, they picked their characters as the last thing we ended on.
Oh, they're picking their stage now.
They had to pick the right stage.
Damien's reply is to only give me a wide, big grin.
Oh, you'll see.
Hinkle, the company is called Ice Age, not Blizzard. I love that pun. A loud soundbite from the cabinet speakers signals the start of Olivia's match. Given the way Damien spoke of Olivia's skills, like it was derived from an ancient scroll, I expected it to be a flurry of pixelated beatdowns and tactful controller play. But instead it looked like nothing at all. On the large display, both characters are just shifting back and forth. The joysticks in Olivia's and Buster's hands clacking about furiously.
They're waiting for the first one to make the first move.
They're moving so fast that your eyes can't follow them.
Can we put that on the soundboard? The sound of a Smash player moving the joystick back and forth?
Oh, it's just like the really noisy sound of like a
Yeah, just
joystick.
clacky joystick.
Hold on a sec.
You know the sound.
Yeah, there we
Yeah,
go.
that.
Is that coming up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, let me get one
Ah,
too.
hold on. I forgot it was plugged in. Fuck, turned on my PS4.
There we go.
That's perfect. Let me turn off my PS4. I forgot this was plugged
That was my
in.
GameCube controller, so it's accurate.
What was that? That's a new one.
Oh yeah, you missed when Scruffy came in. We got 2 new sound bites.
Oh, neat.
Honestly, it looks more like they're attempting to make their digital avatars tap dance.
Sorry.
Oh, boogers.
Wait, did I miss something? I don't want to turn my eyes away in case anything happens.
No, like, they're trying to get a read on each other. It's like they're trying to predict what the other will do so they can counter and steal the match.
Oh. So, like, they're sizing... There's a heavy crack and thump on the floor in front of me. Olivia's tail lashed at the base of the cabinet, while Buster's Thagomizer had managed to crack onto the concrete floor into the concrete floor beneath him.
What's a Thagomizer?
The spiky tail.
Is it?
Yeah, that's what it's
Club
called.
at the end of the tail.
Oh. Neat. I did not know that. I
Shima, how could you not know this really neat dinosaur fact? I mean, I don't
None
think
of-
we can.
none of-
I don't think we can have you on the stream
Turn in
anymore.
your card, mate.
None of the best dinosaurs have Thagomizers. They just have tails.
You see, you're already lying again.
Guys, I think we have to vote to kick Shima off.
He is the
This
imposter.
isn't a democracy. This is a shimtatorship. I know where the
Shima
bodies are buried.
Shima has been ejected.
On screens, the characters finally made contact and sent each other flying in opposite directions. Behind me, the crowd started cheering, finally excited that there was some actual action happening. Damien is hollering next to me, cheering on Olivia with all his might. Ooh,
Oh, art! We got
Intense.
art now.
Though the excitement dies down again as the duo resume their cyber posturing. Look at that intensity.
Look at that glare.
Look at that
look at
neck
that
in the
focus.
background.
Look at that neck. That neck.
Though the excitement dies down as the duo resume their cyber posturing.
Oh, my God, that neck.
My eyes darted between Olivia and Buster.
Imagine the neck jobs.
Olivia is completely absorbed in the match, her eyes wide and full of killing intent. Buster, on the other hand, seems like he can barely contain his fury. 10 seconds on the 10 seconds on the clock. What?
Liz does have a plot neck. This gets longer.
It's as long as the plot demands.
Exactly.
Olivia comes in clutch, punishing Buster's character with an oppressive string of attacks. He manages to get away with a single pixel of health just as the time limit runs out.
Winner!
Oh.
Wani... Oh, I'm sorry.
There you go.
Winner! Wani Long!
The crowd goes nuts as Olivia's victory is announced. And you know what? I can't help but cheer along with them. Olivia slumps back on her mobile seat and lets out a sigh before returning to her original position. Buster lets out a snort, twists and stretches his neck, and cracks his knuckles before once again gripping the controls tight.
Round 2. Clash and Trash.
The crowds return to a more silent state of observing the match closely, only low murmurs as they gawk at the two highly skilled players.
By the way, it's on there now.
Oh, the clicking thing? 1 sec.
Very good.
Perfect.
The words passed around reach me, attempting to draw my eyes away. Weird for him. Surprised he's not doing the... Is he playing with her?
I think it's, is he playing with her? Like, he's not trying
like toying
it's
around.
Not like, is he playing the video game with her? No.
I'm only using 2% of my full power.
Come on, Olivia.
Damien's shout above the rest of them nearly blew my eardrums, but I shared his sentiment as the stylized characters exchanged simple blows. The timer continues to tick down, Buster once again being put on the defensive. With how well the previous bouts went, Buster always had control with the cutthroat level offense. I didn't think of him being this passive. Oh, is this gonna be like his character does better, like, later into the match with losses or something? The countdown once again hits 0, this time with Olivia's character slouching in defeat and the crowd cheering again, although less enthusiastically than before.
Final round.
Oh, that's me. Sorry. You got this, Olivia. Just one more and you're champ again.
Olivia's shoulders tense up at what he said, and all eyes stare directly at her. Oh no, you put her on the spot, Damien.
Damien.
Come on, Hot Wheels. Show them why you're the best.
She groans a bit and refocuses on the screen. The group simmers down to silence in anticipation of the start of the final match. The sudden silence actually catches me off guard for a second. Long enough for my own doubts to catch up to me. Buster's playstyle. It's like he's not really trying. The match starts, and the hype flares right back up. That's stupid of me to think. He's a Gamer Bro champion type. He's got way too much to lose. And yet... Hey, Damien.
Yeah.
Do you notice anything off about how Buster's playing?
Oh no. You notice it too? Guess I'm not just paranoid then.
Like, I didn't really watch your match, but he was always so...
Passive? No. Well, like, these two are crazy good, so maybe this is all mind games.
As if he's going to throw the game and let her win. We glance back at the ongoing battle happening on the screen, and I take notice of Buster's hand movements. As Olivia launches her character into a furious combo, sure enough, Buster hesitates just enough to let his finger get hit by the first blow. Oh, let his fighter get hit by the first blow.
That's really good timing.
This is crazy.
Huh?
Then it hits me all at once, like a freight train. The way Buster was looking down at Olivia, how he didn't want to take her challenge, all the excuses he was giving. He's a virgin!
What?
I mean, fair enough.
All right. Not the direction I was expecting, but you're probably right.
But also, he's throwing the whole match, isn't he?
Kind of a weird tangent. Just like he's a virgin, and also he's throwing the match.
Damn it.
Are these two connected?
Even here, Olivia was right. Well, I guess we could also take he's now into Brachiosaurs.
Oh yeah, he didn't hold back on Liz, but maybe it's not specifically that she's hot. It's not because she's attractive. It's the wheelchair.
Or
He didn't take it
or
easy
the
on
gamer girl part. Damien, I think he's taking it easy on her.
You think so?
Damien takes a moment to ponder what I said. Only a virgin would throw the match.
Only a kissless loser would lose on purpose to a girl.
Is he a virgin with rage?
It's like he's an involuntary celebrasaur.
I love this thing.
The worst Pokemon.
Dang, I said. Even here.
That's what I was thinking. Should we do something?
What, interrupt the match? Everyone else is having fun.
The crowd whoops again. Only now, it sounds a bit different. Hollow. Mocking. Damien's frill sags with concern. He turns to me.
What we came here for is a good time. If you can't tell, what's the harm?
Jeez.
Alright, Morty.
Oh, jeez.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I hate that he's right.
I really like this twist. I thought it was originally like so far it had been going pretty predictably with Olivia being the expert gamer girl beating the sweaty neckbeard at the station, but I really like this twist where it turns out that it plays into her earlier phobias of everyone just giving stuff to her because they feel sorry for her.
I could stand up for her. I mean,
But also, I was expecting her to lose because, like, it did reek of, like, I'm so good against my friends, but, like, playing a competitive level and it's a different game.
well, I mean, they established at the arcade she was
she
the
beat
champion.
all the other people at the arcade.
So
But
it's not like she was just good against, you know, Damien, and she was
Yeah.
actually like an actual pro tier player. I mean, just being there for Olivia when Mia was getting on her went pretty alright. But that was a while ago. I just don't know. I look over the crowd again. The match is about halfway done, judging by the remaining health pools. Oh, well, first, before we talk, okay, I said up to the next choice is when we would take bets on what ending we would get. So if you want to place a bet on the first ending you think we'll get, if you get it right, you get a free request on an art stream. Place your bets now, before we decide anything.
These two options don't feel like opposites, and I am once again confused.
I was just thinking that. They seem like the exact
You
same.
have, in
I have to
chat,
admit, I
you
do
have
find
1 minute to decide.
I do find the wording of the first one very funny. Don't cause a fuss.
Don't cause a fuss. Those don't seem mutually exclusive. It seems like they're the same choice. You would not cause a fuss for Olivia by continuing to cheer her on as you have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, I feel like that's implying you just stay silent.
Don't cause a fuss or cheer. Okay, so that does seem like the only distinction I can see is either don't say anything or continue to cheer her on.
I mean, it doesn't.
I mean,
really,
neither
Wait,
it feels
yeah.
like it feels like cheering her on. I mean, yeah, cheer her on, man.
I mean, it seems like neither of these cause a fuss, though.
Yeah,
Causing
like
a fuss
what
would be,
is
like,
this
interrupting the match.
infer? Wait, also, Vin Frost.
Well,
I have
okay,
you already
is-
written down for
is-
ending 2.
I'm looking up "don't cause a fuss." Actually, if that's a phrase or not.
Let's see.
Well, don't cause a fuss is definitely a phrase. It just means like don't make trouble.
Let's see.
It is very confusing.
Everyone else so far,
The
you're
definition
all...
was cause a needless commotion or display, which I guess cheering would be the opposite of.
I don't know. I
It
mean,
is a
cheering
commotion.
doesn't really indicate what he's going to do, though. Just cheering
Okay,
her on,
okay.
ignoring that he's going easy on her, or don't cause a fuss.
I mean, I would just cheer her on. There's really.
I mean,
no
that's what
reason
I'm
to
kind of
not.
leaning on. There's no harm not doing it, but maybe
Maybe
that
it's like
plays
if she's clearly having fun. She's smiling.
Okay, alright. Cheering her on gives off the image that you believe that this is a
Actually,
fight
Clona,
between two people.
Clona, I don't
trying
have
their
you
hardest.
down for voting on anything yet. So if you want to make a guess, make it now.
So, cheering her on, like I was saying, it gives off the image of you believe that this is two people fighting their hardest. So, if you don't cheer,
Yes,
then
Frankie,
you
I have
are
you for 3, and Clona for 3. Okay,
you are. Okay, sorry.
it's been 2 minutes actually now, so all bets are done. Everything's locked in. So I hope you guys feel confident
Yeah.
in us.
Yeah, I get what you're putting down, Hinkle. That not cheering kind of sends off really bad vibes.
Not cheering gives off the image that you don't appreciate what's happening in the fight right now,
Yeah,
and
Yeah, I would-
therefore,
it's just a
and
kind
therefore
of a dick
you.
thing.
Because going easy on her is what you would be not appreciating. So
Yeah.
the question is Olivia smart enough to understand that he's going easy on her?
I think he definitely is. She watched him for 3 previous fights. She knows how he
Yeah.
really fights. So I think she's fully aware of how it is. I think, and Olivia is. I mean, let's be honest. Inko is not the brightest bulb in the closet. If he figured this out, surely Olivia has by now.
On the other hand, however,
Also, Damien isn't the brightest bulb in the closet,
Well-
and he figured it out.
Well, Damien also made the point that if she doesn't seem to mind, don't say anything.
well, she hasn't said anything yet because she's still in the middle of the match.
Well, all I'm saying is she's smiling, and so clearly she's enjoying herself right
See,
now.
I'm torn on, like, how we were saying at the start. It's like these are separate things. Like, I mean, cheering on. So, like, is don't causing a fuss just not like being silent entirely, or is it just?
I'm assuming by the implication of the first, the implication of cheering her on that they would be standing there silently doing nothing.
Yeah, here's the implication I get, and I think this kind of goes in exactly with what Hinkle is saying. Cheering Olivia on means you're getting into the hype that this is an equal fight of two people trying their hardest, and that would be lying, because both Inko and Damien know that's not the case. But it's still them cheering her on, which I think Olivia would receive as more pity that she doesn't want nor deserve.
Yeah,
So
it's like when it's. Sorry, I was just going to build off of that. It's like in my experience with sports here, in a swim meet, when you have the shitty people who are just there mostly as filler, who are way slower than everyone else, and then you have the people like still cheering just because like, yeah, you're doing good, you're actually finishing the race. Like that's pity. That's not a cheering of a person who you genuinely think is doing good. And
I feel
cheering
like you're
in this
reading...
situation is kind of that. It's like, yeah, look at you beating the person who is not trying their hardest. Good for you. Like
I feel like you're reading too much into it.
My only hesitation is the idea that don't cause a fuss could also still be cheering. Like you're still.
No, I don't, because that would be pointless. Because then it would make you feel like the choice didn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, no, because I'm saying like cheer Olivia on would be like. You would actually say something maybe towards what's going on, whereas don't cause a fuss. Like, don't cause a fuss would be like, yeah, Olivia, do it. And cheer Olivia on would be like, you actually say something about the situation.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I think it's more of just a tacit. Do you show that you know, or do you? Because, I don't know, if you show no support at all, she's going to feel weird about it, probably more so than if you were trying to show support.
I guess we could go with the Trident.
I think she already feels weird about it. Like I said, if Inko and Damien, two of the dumbest characters introduced so far, could figure this out, I don't think there's a chance Olivia isn't aware of it.
But, I feel like cheering her on's the... Okay, my vote's for cheering her on. If I haven't made that clear.
I was gonna say two more things regarding it, and then I think I said all my pieces. One is they had made the point where after Inko listened to the audience again, it sounded less like they were cheering and more like they were booing and mocking. So I'm afraid
it's hollow and mocking, not booing and mocking.
Yeah, so more like, oh, look at her.
But the point being that in engaging with that level of cheer, engaging with that kind of cheer would be detrimental. And
like
then
actually, no, sorry, I interrupted. Go ahead.
Okay, that's the one last argument that I was going to make in favor of don't cause a fuss. The other thing I was going to say is, all of that said, cheering her on, like Damien said, we are here to have a good time. I am concerned just not cheering her on would make it seem too much like a killjoy, but in ways I feel like I don't know if that's what Olivia would want, is just cheering regardless.
I don't think it's what Olivia would want.
Yeah, especially with how boastful the guy was about how he's such a champion to then let her win.
No, cheer her on. Put him down a peg.
I mean, see, I'm still just torn. I mean, it's just like kind of how when we were doing with the scene on the bridge, how actually trying to infer what Inka would do from this. Part of me was supposed to do, hey, maybe we should not let him talk because that's also worked so far. Don't cause a fuss, just don't do anything.
I know, but it'd be weird if you're the only one in the group not cheering for him, man.
I assume if Inko doesn't, then Damien and Liz might follow suit.
Alright,
yeah.
So, first of all, there's also the absolute possibility that Damien and Inko are just wrong.
Maybe, but this is perhaps my most surface level read. She looks like she's having a good time right now. She's not scowling, she is smiling. What would be the harm of cheering her on?
I get where you're coming from on that account, but that face was not the face she had throughout this entire exchange.
Adding to Hinkle, how you said, what if they're just wrong? Buster did change his character. He is probably a more passive character. It could be a more passive character, so that's why he's not playing as aggressive.
Yes, but it was also stated he deliberately went for a character that was kind of bullshit.
Yeah, I mean,
they didn't say
that would be considered a provocation and a rise, which is why she brought out her main in response.
Yeah, remember, they didn't say how, because Damien could just be bad at fighting that character. He said this.
He went into a deep breakdown about why, and Inko is just too stupid to understand.
I mean, so yeah, it could be he's just playing slower because this is a slower character.
I just say cheer her on. It seems like the least hurtful thing you could do right
alright.
now.
That's the thing, though. Is if he picked a bullshit character, why would he then lose on purpose? Like, if his goal was to lose on purpose, you would think he would pick a character who is less good.
Yeah, so cheer on.
But then again, the audience.
feel like she would be-
wait, because remember, Inko heard even the crowd was
Well,
like.
that's how he
I don't-
perceives it.
Yeah,
Again,
I don't
this is
think
how
that's supposed
the
to
two of
be
them
like the
perceive
audience
it.
tone actually changed.
Well, no.
I think that's
well, no,
just
that's
supposed
why
to
I'm
be like
saying, like, Inko could. We probably could have Inko reading too much into this. Like, now.
Like-
Okay, so like on the bridge, it was okay. She's revealing all the stuff that she did, and that she doesn't like people handing things to her. So okay, I'll just confront her about this. This was stupid. We gotta fix this problem. Inko might now be in. I have to protect this person now because they have such feelings. So he's going to start reading that
Look.
out of things now.
You know, you could also view it as the Gator hugged you. The least you could do is cheer her on.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like maybe
I'm
he's
afraid
just.
cheering. I'm afraid that's my only concern is that cheering her on will be met with the opposite reaction because we know how Olivia acts. She doesn't want things
Yeah.
handed to her.
I know, but would it hurt?
No, so that's the thing, is if Inko and Damien are right, the correct thing to do is display your disdain for the fat guy's behavior. And that would be
Well, no,
by
because
remaining
right.
silent.
Yes, but at the same time, Damien said, you don't want to ruin everybody else's fun. We came here to have a good time.
Yeah, Damien's an idiot.
Well, I'm
You were
also.
just saying...
The goal of the game is not make Damien happy. The goal of the game is make Olivia happy.
You were just citing him, and then you immediately turn on him, so now your
Wait,
your
how did I
thing is
cite
suspect.
him? How did I
Because
cite him?
You were pointing out that if he and Inko are correct, which means that the two
yeah.
of them noticed it, and that
Okay,
means
fine.
he would not be an idiot. He noticed it. In that case,
Alright, he's
and then
an
when I
idiot
brought up,
in the
I brought
same-
up his own earlier statement, and then you call him an idiot, and it just
The
like,
difference,
okay.
the difference is one is an observation, the other is a choice. Damien is not an idiot in observation; he is an idiot in choice.
I feel like you're wrong. I feel like
Wait,
it's
what
right.
do you mean? What do you mean by that, Hinkle?
Well, I'm saying he's saying, "Oh, well, how come Damien's right about this, but not right about the other thing?" One of the things is he has observed something to be true.
Oh, okay. So you meant he's.
Yeah,
he
there are
also-
two different kinds of intelligence. One
okay.
is just
He also-
observing; the other is choosing.
He also observed the rest of the room as having fun.
Yeah, but
Okay.
Inko,
He
Inko
didn't want
observed
to ruin that
At
fun.
Olivia's expense.
Are they?
I mean, that's
Do
the
they-
thing,
are
though,
they
They're not
laughing at
literally
him, or-
making fun. No, they're not making fun of Olivia.
I
But
feel-
that doesn't change
I
the
feel like
fact
you're
that
radicalizing yourself into the
cheering-
other point now.
no, cheering on someone who is winning something while the other person isn't trying might not be literally making fun of them, but it doesn't feel good for that person.
What
Well-
is? I keep saying, what is the worst that could come from just cheering her on
Well,
when Damien said,
wait,
"Look, if she's having, if she looks like she's having a good time."
We
If
have
you
to.
want if you want the worst case scenario of what could come from that, the worst case scenario is that Olivia is also aware that Buster isn't going easy on her. That pisses her off because we know she hates people taking it easy on her because of her condition. And
Yeah, so
cheering
then
her
wait.
on and just kind of adding to that sense of pity that we know she doesn't like, that's the worst
Yeah.
case scenario.
Wait, okay,
Yeah.
we also have to consider the game state right now. Buster got away just barely in the first match. Olivia lost the second match, so they are tied 1-1, and it seems to be pretty even. So so it could be that they are equally skilled, and it only looks like Buster is holding back because Olivia is that good. But
Yes, exactly. You could be saying the worst in the situation.
yeah, because like I said, Inko could be in a I have to protect her mentality. Think along the lines of kind of ending 3 in Snoop game. You kind of see the trouble. After the trouble's revealed, Anon kind of started having that a bit in the you kind of get that in the forefront of the brain. Inko might be in that situation now. He's seeing any situation going on. He could read it as, is this person pitying her? This person that never met her before?
Well, he doesn't have to meet her before because she's in a wheelchair. I feel like the problem is that
No. But it is a different situation from the Fang situation because Olivia's problem is that her immediate first impression that she gives to everyone is one that she doesn't want to give people.
Yeah, but you don't. Being crippled, having your legs not work doesn't affect your skill in games at all.
Yeah, but someone could still look at you and be like, well, she needs a win in life.
What? Okay, I'm gonna pose a hypothetical.
But she did come up, throw a quarter down, and call him fat.
Yes, that's true.
So it's not. So she's not giving off the vibe that she needs a win in life. She came up here to challenge the champion. So it's like what. So she is familiar with this setting, and I think he realized that as well.
I think he thinks she's just trying to get a rise out of him or act tough. Like I want
to hear what Scruffy had to say. I'm sorry.
Okay.
What if you're wrong and she just doesn't notice?
That's the other thing. Yes.
She's either so invested in the game, or Kaz is right, and we're just seeing the worst in something that isn't there,
yes.
And maybe because he's rocked or because he's actually on edge, he's hesitating. Who knows?
Okay, okay, go on.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was gonna say if he is holding back, and we're wrong that Olivia does not know, then I think Olivia would still appreciate the truth out of us pointing out our observation. I don't think she
would, because it would immediately. If she saw everybody cheering and she believed it, she'd be fine. But if she saw you standing there, she'd immediately doubt the veracity of her win, and it would take the wind out of her sails completely.
All right,
that's right. She should, because
I feel like I'm gonna put this out there. The end game for Don't Cause a Fuss is way worse than anything cheering her on would give you.
It
is the safer option to pick.
I also have a secondary thing. This guy, Buster, would totally be the type that even if Olivia had a legitimate win afterwards, he would probably just say, "Oh, well, I let you win anyways." So it's like we're gonna have probably the same end goal. It's just how do we support the front
To
part.
be fair, I realize that now. He would have said that regardless if this was legitimate or not. I went easy on you.
Yeah, because he looks like that kind of guy who would totally downplay any
And it
loss.
doesn't matter, even if it's legitimate or not, nobody would believe him. Because he's just going to seem like a fat douche who lost to the girl and is now trying to cover his ass.
That's true. All right,
I agree
feel
with
like this
Scruffy.
guy has a bad reputation, so cheering her on is the best choice.
Yeah, I have to agree with Scruffy. Cheering on is probably the best
I still align
here.
with Hinkle on Don't Cause a Fuss. That's where I'm still leaning.
Well, one possibility I want to throw out the window is the possibility that he is going easy on her and she doesn't notice. I feel like she's good enough at the game to know. She watched the entire point of the setup from a narrative perspective of her sitting there watching three other people play against him is that she now knows his play style. So she knows enough about him and about the game to know if he's going easy on her. So the question isn't, is he going easy and does she notice? It's just, is he going easy on her or not? I'm still...
Please,
and I feel like
Shima, you were with me on cheer before. I need you to back me on this.
I can't. I was on the fence before. I was on the fence before because I hadn't really discovered a difference between the two. But now that the difference is becoming seemingly more clear, I lean on the first one. I lean on. The point of what I'm
saying is
I have lost you.
Well, I'm on the cheer side.
Because again, if he's going easy on her and you cheer, that is a bad outcome. If he's not going easy on her and you don't cheer, that's a bad outcome.
It's an even worse outcome.
You're right. It is a worse outcome. But Gregory House would be angry at you for taking the safe route when the other one could be the correct route.
You take the safe route first until... No, you don't go to the experiment...
Wait, okay.
You never take the most dangerous route first.
Okay, another
we don't have a first here. We have only.
Another
You imply
aspect.
this is our first playthrough, sir.
Okay, fair enough. But I'd like to be right on
Another
the first try.
aspect. Another aspect to consider
It's right on the bridge, and you doubted me.
is
Well, everyone's right until they're wrong.
another
Everyone
aspect
has
to
a streak.
consider is
And you haven't started being right,
I
young
want to
sir.
Khazard.
I would say we should cheer Olivia on, because if he's going easy and Olivia wins, let's say in that worst hypothetical scenario, Inko is correct. The guy is going easy and lets Olivia win. Everyone else is gonna want to fight the new champion, so her skill is going to be shown if she's actually good or not. Truly,
You know,
after
that's
the
a
fact.
fair point. Everybody's gonna want to play her next.
Because she's the new champion, everyone wants to go up against that. So I say we should cheer on, because it's gonna be shown whether or not she's truly for real good after all these years. I'd say we have fun in the moment, because it's gonna lead. There's gonna be more games coming, for sure.
Khazard has blown them out with facts and logic.
Yeah, self-researched facts and logic from the Kaz library of Kaz facts.
Cheering her on is the best bet. You just don't know what you're talking
And there's
about.
also the possibility that. Yeah. Okay. So
Okay, look. Okay, you go first.
I was just gonna say, the whole entire not causing a fuss thing has the issue of, even if he is going easy on her, and even if she knows, which I would argue she does if he is going easy, there's still the fact that, like, you're the one deciding that. You're the one deciding who's going easy on her.
You're taking agency away from her, basically.
Yeah, you could be right, but also
You don't need to
let
say it out
her
loud.
Come to that conclusion. Yeah, like, stop seeing the worst in the situations. So yeah, I'm on cheer. All
Yeah,
right.
I was
cheer.
also going to say cheer, but not because I necessarily believe in it. I'm still firmly in the camp of the first one being right, but this is a win-win scenario. Either we choose the one that I want because I think it's right, or we choose the one that's wrong and I think it's wrong, and I get to rub it in afterwards. Either we choose the right choice, or I get either we choose the right choice, or I get bragging rights afterwards.
I will
That's
once
fine
again
enough for me.
repeat that Dr. House would be very angry at you for choosing the safe route because it's the safe route.
Oh, I'm not choosing.
I've watched enough House to know that, sir.
I would say this just came with the mention of taking away agency. It's like the cables in Snoop game. You know, Reed was the electrical expert. Don't touch them. Trust the guy. Olivia's the game.
Touch the cables, Anna. Do it now.
Olivia is the
But
gamer.
Olivia isn't Fang.
Yeah, but Olivia's the point I'm getting at is Olivia's the gamer girl. This along with art. This is her forte. So we shouldn't throw. Inko doesn't play video games at all. We should not consider his opinion too much on a field he
true.
literally knows nothing about.
Yeah.
That's when it's just the option changes to touch the gator, don't touch the gator.
I'm good for cheer Olivia on. Either you're right and we continue the story in the best way possible, or you're wrong and I get to rub it in afterwards. Either way is a win for me.
When you're wrong, because now I am pretty firmly in the cheer category,
Yeah.
I get to rub it in your face. So
Fine, I can deal with it. I'm happy with that.
Cheer
I'm happy
that
I'm happy
gator.
that we choose the right choice.
Cheer that gator.
Cheer that gator.
I know Olivia normally doesn't like this from strangers,
that's already a bad start. But
but I'm no stranger to Olivia. She knows my
Okay.
intentions.
fair enough.
We're
She
friends.
knows I'm all about that gator ass.
On screen, it looks like the characters are about to strike one another with their feet. I cup my hands around my mouth. Go, Olivia!
Now, it's also worth noting that she was angry before at you cheering too hard. Being distracting.
You got this! Damien recoils from my scream. Or maybe I popped his eardrum, judging by the glare he levels at me. Then he raises 2 fingers to his mouth.
Can you whistle?
Wait, I'm imitating a whistle.
Can you not actually whistle?
Not with the 2 fingers in the mouth. And also, I'm not going to because there's people trying to
There we
sleep.
go.
Yeah, I've never been able to actually do that myself.
Yeah,
What, the fingers in the mouth thing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, you don't actually need the fingers in the mouth. The 2 fingers in the
Well,
mouth
yeah, I
is just
can
you can't
whistle.
do it with your yeah.
yeah. I can.
Usually you just need the 2.
There you go.
Usually you just need the 2 fingers in the mouth to whistle if you can't whistle with just your lips. If you can whistle with just your lips, that makes the same sound. It's just
Well, I think the fingers in the mouth might make it louder.
Yeah, it's a loud. It's a volume.
Yeah, they
thing.
can get that much higher. Yeah, they can get much higher and louder.
feels like just doing it with my lips, but there's obstruction in the way.
There's like a slightly different technique. I can't do the finger, but I could do the hand horn. I learned that somewhat recently.
I mean, I can just do it normal.
Heck yeah, you got this.
Even Liz tries to join in, shouting down at the crowd with her own cheers.
Oh, happy Liz.
Oh, you know what would be cool? If we talked about something else for 2 hours.
Inko, please. Your cool ideas are terrible.
You can do it, Hot Wheels!
Oh, this is a thing we did not consider. Shit.
Yeah,
One second, I'm gonna get a
Hot
nice. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a nice tall glass if I told you so.
Well, I don't get why this is wrong.
This is
Doesn't
where
really
she
like
got the
Hot Wheels
nickname.
anymore.
Yeah, but this is where she got the nickname.
Okay.
I
said
didn't
it.
actually
Hot
leave.
Wheels,
Go. I didn't actually leave if you were waiting on me.
Olivia flinches and turns her head back to look at us a bit. Curiously, so does her opponent. She sees us cheering and she gets her usual disfavoring furrowed brow. No way. I'm sticking to my guns. Eyes on the screen, Hot Wheels! He's gonna get you!
Beat him even without looking.
She stares right through the crowd at me. It's only an instant, but it feels longer. But her subtle scowl cracks.
Okay.
Then it completely folds into a smirk back at us. She faces back to the screen with renewed vigor. Okay, Shima, I'll take that cup if I told you so.
How's that
Let's hold
feel?
it. Let's hold it. Hold on.
The
Let's wait until the
caveman
end.
has realized the stakes of his choices and has intentionally made each choice have just an up and down until you figure out whether or not you made the right one.
Buster shakes his head to snap himself out of his own slog. Looks like he was only intending to lose by a little. He's picking up the pace now.
You could still be wrong, Inko.
Only
Time.
the match times out.
Ah! Dang, wanna go another round? People need a winner.
Ooh, they draw.
Actually, mind if I run to the restroom real fast? Well, not run, because I'm in a wheelchair.
Ah, you beat me to it.
Shit, yeah, it's down that way.
No, not shit.
Oh,
Oh, see, there's the
Girls
thing
don't do that.
we
right, when you gotta run, it's number one.
that's the thing we didn't consider, that they would just have a rematch right after.
And when you gotta poo, it's number 2.
Olivia turns and smiles at me again. It's warm. Then she goes off to the restroom.
And she doesn't come back. I'm scared.
Buster waits for her to be out of earshot and scrambles over to Damien and I.
Hey, you two. You guys weren't serious, right?
Oh, maybe he was surprised because he's heard the name Hot Wheels before.
Huh?
You were saying Hot Wheels.
Oh,
That's not really her, right?
okay.
The Hot Wheels from a decade ago? Yeah, it's her. Why?
Damn, I feel like a jackass now.
You were
Oh,
throwing
no.
for her, weren't you?
A little. Your buddy, Finhead, gave me some sob story about her during my match, and I felt bad, okay?
Oh my god, Damien, you almost screwed everything.
That's what I do.
Who wants to be known as the asshole that picks on cripples?
Mia, proudly.
I'm not a parasaur.
Oh, Buster was being hospitable to the young lady.
Who the fuck shut the...
Yo, Buster, you simping? Oh, we got a Sympasaurus over here.
No, I'm a Tyrannosaur. All the
He's a
girls swipe
Sympasaurus
right on
Rex.
Buster. Piss off. But yeah, I didn't mean any disrespect or anything. Crap, I didn't know she had history here.
If you fucking listen, jackass.
I should have more respect than that. You've taught me a valuable lesson about respecting gamer girls, especially gamer Gator girls.
How is this not the right choice, assholes?
He sighs.
I was
Two more
convinced-
weeks. Just wait.
So I was never firmly in any camp.
I
until
know.
I
I'm just
was
having
in-
a joke at how Shima was getting all uppity before.
I was seriously thinking it was going to be the wrong choice.
Also, we're not technically done yet.
What do you do now? Yeah. What'll you do now?
Now play for real. It's what she deserves.
She could still not
Anything
come out
for
of
my
that.
lady.
That's all we ask. I still have to note, Damien was the one who set the situation up, apparently, with that sob story.
Yeah.
Buster nods and turns with a thumbs up.
I learned a valuable lesson that girls and cripples can be gamers too.
He cracks his knuckles and neck in preparation for his first legitimate match of the day. You're still kind of simple, though.
Shut the hell up, Dave! The M in SIP stands for mediocre. There's nothing mediocre about a gator chick.
What does the SIMP stand for?
I forget. I don't actually know if this is true, but I read somewhere that SIMP was an acronym, and I had read it somewhere. SIMP acronym. Suckers idolizing mediocre pussy.
Oh, I thought the S stood for simp.
No, I mean, you don't start an acronym with the first letter just being the acronym.
Yeah, scuba. Scuba contained underwater breathing apparatus.
Olivia returns, sliding up to the machine once more. Yeah, see, that's what simp stands for. Squirrels in my pants.
I also have those.
What was
It's
it?
a real furry one,
yeah,
too.
As people in
And he
the
likes his
chat
nuts.
as people in the chat pointed out, their names are Dave and Buster.
Oh, hey! I get it.
Cute.
Thanks for waiting.
No problem. Ready, milady?
Like I said, Damien has his heart in the right place, but he fucks up in the way. Yeah. Unfortunate.
You
Please
know it.
understand. Please understand. He's a dinosaur. He has a walnut-sized brain.
Good, because you're going down this time.
I was watching the Twitch stream.
They give each other one last competitive leer before putting all their focus on the screen. Just as before, Buster chooses the OP character, and Olivia picks Wani Long. As soon as the in-game announcer yells, "Fight!"
Fight!
Buster immediately goes in for the kill, the total opposite to how he was playing last match. It catches Olivia off guard for a moment, leading her character to eat a massive combo that takes away a good chunk of her health. True to his word, he isn't holding back this time for Olivia's sake, dealing her the same level of beatdown brutality he gave to the opponents before her. This seems only to invigorate her, putting her skills and hands into overdrive. Even though Buster is going at full force, Olivia still manages to get Wani Long to land a few punches and kicks, along with evading some attacks. The crowd seems to notice the reappearance of Buster's lethality, causing an uproar of cheering and whooping and whoops. Damien, of course, follows suit.
You got this, Hot Wheels. Kick his ass.
Can't let him be the only one, right? Show him why you're the champ! Unfortunately, not even Olivia could beat Buster's true fighting skills. And like his previous opponents.
KO Bold! Win.
KO. Bold wins. Why is bold funny?
Because it's a kobold.
Kobold.
Okay, okay, so that was relevant. Okay.
I assume that would be then, is that the M. Bison equivalent? Because M. Dot.
Well, I mean, maybe.
The crowd is a mix of groans and cheers and excitement at the ill-fated defeat of Olivia. Buster crosses his arms, basking in his self-pride of beating the legendary Hot Wheels with an OP character.
That so getting fucked is one of my favorite moments in a fighting game tournament ever. Like, because that was like just two people just improvising while watching two other people fight. Just started singing an improvised song. Have you ever seen that clip?
I have not.
I mean,
Somebody's getting fucked?
I've got the song. I've got the version somebody made of it put over the one Mario the one Mario Kart thing.
Oh yes, I know. I think I know what you're talking about. I think that was a Triple Q video.
Is that the same song they play during penalties during the 4chan Cup? Is somebody's
Yeah.
getting fucked?
Yeah.
Somebody's getting
getting
fucked.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I
That
like
was
that.
just some guy improvising while watching a beatdown happen. And then another guy next to him followed up like, yeah, get fucked. Like,
You gotta love the fighting
bitch,
game
get out the
community.
way.
Yeah, there it is. Get royally fucked.
yeah, it's Triple Q, right? Or is it Botanic Sage?
It's Botanic Sage.
I knew it was one of the two.
You have to go to YouTube though, because it's age restricted on Discord.
That's understandable.
Get royally. Oh, so is it for Mario Kart? Not a fighting game thing, or was it just it was timed to a Mario Kart soundtrack?
And well, it's a
They made the
Yeah,
song.
mashup.
They freestyled that rap to a guy getting beat up in a fighting game, but he took that and put the Mario Kart song over it
I see.
as the backing track.
oh yeah, I'm Olivia. Damn, you really handed my ass to me.
Didn't I say I was kind of a big deal around here?
Yeah, it's almost like 10 years of meta happened between you playing and now.
It's the same cabinet. It's
Yeah.
a cabinet. What the hell's changed in a cabinet? They don't get updates.
Maybe,
No,
new
they-
strategies are
maybe
found,
people
like new
figured out the
10 years
frame
of strategy
timings.
changes.
I know, but
Yeah.
it's just like the meta change. It's like maybe if there's patching, but like
No, absolutely. The same game can. The meta
I mean,
can
but like
change
the
in a
Super
game.
Street Fighter 2 Turbo meta has been pretty much the same for a while.
Well, I guess
It
it
hasn't
depends.
changed for like 2 decades.
I guess it depends when Olivia played it, if the game just came out, because then I could see people learned like frame data and stuff since then.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know how old the game is. To be fair,
Yeah.
Plus, also Olivia hasn't played in 10 years, and this guy probably spends every night here.
Yeah, that's the thing I thought was going to be the main difference is that it's not so much the meta changing, but Olivia's rusty and he plays it every day.
Yep.
It honestly might have been bullshit if she had actually won it against him at his best.
Though I gotta admit, you gave me a real challenge. I see why you were known as a champ.
Thanks.
We're both winners today. I won a fight, and you got a new friend. If you're ever up for a rematch, you know where to find me.
With that,
I live here. I don't have a home. I just stay in front of this cabinet all day long.
With that, Olivia makes her way over to us, a smile beaming across her face.
All right, who's next?
We exit the crowd into a more spacious part of the arcade.
Buddy, how about you let like 2 other people play at some point?
Well, no, this
there's
it's,
there's other cabinets of that
I
machine,
guess.
but that's
Yeah.
the champ's cabinet.
Yeah, that
he
was-
gets to sit on that.
it's his
Yeah, we did say
cabinet.
that.
He's
Yeah, you're
number
right.
1.
It was his cabinet, Mr. Inko. He was number 1.
That was awesome, Liv.
You really gave him a run for his money.
I know, right? I mean, I know I'm a bit rusty, but the moment I got my hands on the controls and he gave me a real fight, I was so close to beating him.
Despite having been outmatched and losing to Buster, she seems to be having even more fun than ever.
Are the squeaks coming over on Discord, by the way?
Weeks?
I mean, not squeaks, I don't know what else to call it. Like, the voice breaks.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that Discord isn't just cutting out like parts of the sentence.
Oh yeah, no, you're fine.
I'm feeling all jittery after that fight.
That's the gamer rush settling in you.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, was Dr. Stupid telling me I'm having multiple strokes?
Who would ever do
having-
crack when they
you're
can
having
play a video
Strokes
game?
Or the gamer rush.
You're having multiple mini strokes a second.
That's called a heartbeat.
Hey, you know they sell food here, right? Like actual food. We should get some snacks to celebrate. Never mind, snacks aren't food.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like the
Well,
one,
okay, define snacks.
Like-
It's like that
What-
could be vague.
like the one movie theater I've been going to recently. They like serve pizza and stuff at it. Like you could just
Yeah,
take
the
a
one I-
pizza into the theater with you.
The fried
the one-
chicken at my movie theater. So
You can get burgers, hot dogs, chicken fingers.
It's like, man, here I am feeling bad trying to sneak in a dollar store soda
funny
so I don't
thing
pay
is,
$9 for theirs.
The funny thing is, there's also a wine bar in mine.
Oh, that's awesome.
What upscale theater do you have?
I'm from California. It's all bougie.
Oh, fair
Yeah,
enough.
not
It's a
my state.
it's a Regal Cinemas.
Not
not
allowed to
bad.
sell any alcohol outside of an alcohol store in Maryland.
Yeah, that's an East Coast thing.
Not because in Virginia you can.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, but
grenade definitely
Most
better
of the
sneaking
East
your own
Coast
stuff
has
in.
most of those East Coast ones have the laws where you have to, it has to be a specific alcohol store. But like out
Although-
here, you could just grab like beer at the gas station.
Imagine a fighting game with dinos. I'm surprised there isn't one already.
There is
Oh,
one.
there is. What was it called? It was like, it also had giant apes on it. It was like giant prehistoric
Rampage?
monsters. No, primal something. Maybe just primal.
Is it good?
Bloody
What's
Roar.
it?
Oh, Primal
Rage. That
Rage.
was it.
Yeah. Thank you, Chad.
Yeah, Primal Rage had.
Wait, now we say Primal
What
Fury.
else is saying Primal Fury?
Primal Rage is what it's called.
It doesn't
Looking at it
exist.
right now. It
Okay,
says Primal
more people
Rage.
are saying Rage. Okay.
Yeah, that's the dinosaur one.
They also had giant monkeys.
Hey, you know they oh
Well, I was smelling grease. I was just assuming it was. He takes his own order and starts marching off in another direction.
Damien, wait for the rest of us.
Food, huh? You know what? I could go for a little something.
Yeah, it is getting pretty late.
Come on, they went this way.
I am in the mood for a little something. Just grabs his dick. And I mean a little something.
Oof.
What is that, like 3 inches?
What the? Were we talking about? Are we still talking about
Damn, Livy. That's cruel.
Olivia
fully
starts,
erect? By the way.
Oh.
Olivia starts plowing through the crowd once more.
You know what they say about how well hung art students are.
Oh boy, this again. Oh,
Do they
call it
say?
exercise?
Is that what they say?
You want to see human Olivia? Sure, let's look at human Olivia, yo duppy.
Six inches soft, 3 inches hard.
Oh, that's pretty. Here, let me drag this over. That's some good art, Duppy. Let me bring it up.
That is a nice art there. That is a nice human.
I also see a humanized Mia.
Oh, hold on, I gotta see that. Where's that?
That one we
I'll
won't
link
be
to that
bringing
one.
up because, I can't give you guys too much to enjoy here.
That humanized Mia is thick.
Oh, the little gondola Spurdo slippers.
Those are pretty cute. Oh,
Is that me? No,
No.
what's happening?
I was getting rid of the picture out of OBS and getting back to the game. I'll call it exercise.
All right, here, Scruffy. Here's your nice tall glass. If I told you so, you've earned it. While I go change my fire alarm again. God damn it.
Yes, Shima, you're an idiot.
Feels good being
Excuse
right.
me, sir. We were on that boat together until you pushed out at the very end.
I said many times I was not on any boat yet.
We were 2 versus 2. We were the Reds against the Blues.
10 years in the joint made you a fucking pussy.
Oh, that's a really funny pic you linked there, PB Pixel.
I gotta look at it.
I tragically didn't have a chance to play this after their match.
You are coping,
I was gonna play it if he lost.
The snack bar is a small cutaway from the rest of the building, segregated by different style tiling and brighter fluorescent lighting.
That's just a real snack bar.
There's not a lot
I
of
can't believe how skilled Caveman on is drawing all this. It looks so realistic.
You think they'll name?
He didn't even bother really like mosaicing the rug under Damien's tail if you look.
There's not a lot of options aside what you would expect. Pizza, ice cream, chicken strips, pickles, and the like.
Giraffe.
Yeah, we even got giraffe. It's pretty exotic arcade. When Damien asked for 2 slices of pizza, Liz got excited. The moment that he got the food, however, he was already eating one while holding the other. She seemed really annoyed, but took his offer to let him pay for her food. She's never gonna realize he's not gonna catch on. He offered to pay for Olivia and myself, but the last thing I want for him to do is to drain his wallet any further, knowing their living situation.
And besides, Inko's rich.
Yeah, Inko should be buying. Inko's loaded.
It's barely over $10, so it's not like it bothers me. It's only a mild irritation.
Yeah, only a mild irritation for fucking $10 snacks.
Olivia had gotten an order of chicken wings slathered in hot sauce.
Probably buffalo.
Okay, actually, that's pretty good for $10.
I just went with the classic chicken strips and one of the sodas I recognized from the school vending machine.
His well-earned nuggies, or tendies, as they might say.
Well, they're strips, so that would make them tendies.
Ow, my tenders.
We take a seat at one of the few open tables, and I struggle not to think about how often they're cleaned. Damien doesn't bother sitting with us. He just heads right back into the fray with both arms occupied by his dinner.
Wow.
Liz follows after Damien to keep track of him. At least her head does.
You could just cop a feel right now. How would she know?
How would you know?
Well,
I mean, there's only 2 people there.
Olivia did
Olivia
Olivia barely.
Oh, you missed him. There was this guy who just ran by grabbing everyone's breasts. It was really weird.
Dude, I would love it if the twist of this game is that Olivia turns out to be a lesbian.
Sorry, I'm not really interested. Oh. Wow. I wasted
But it doesn't
this
come
summer.
up until wait,
Wait, so who are
of
you?
the game.
So wait, who are you into? What's up, bitches?
Oh wait,
Wow.
I didn't tell you. I'm not a gator. I'm a lickalotopus.
Cucked you again. It's 2 games you've been cucked by a parasaur.
Oh, it turns out she's not a lesbian. She just doesn't like humans.
Oh, so you're just a racist. Wait, why have you
It
been
would've
hanging
never
out with me
worked.
this whole time?
It would have never worked out between us. Not because I'm straight, but because you're a human.
Olivia barely even sets her tray down before
Wait, Lord Meep said, "Why is that what I always hope for in these?" I don't remember hoping for that before.
Wait, is he hoping for the lesbians or what? Crunch, crunch, crunch. I subtly shift myself away from the maelstrom of molars and claws.
They're not molars.
Yeah, it'd be canines if she's a gator.
Well, no, she's a gator, so they'd be reptiles, not canines. Come on, Shima.
Well, hold on a second. You might actually have a point. I don't know what the sharp teeth in
I
crocodiles
think
are called.
canine teeth is specifically a human thing.
Sharp teeth on a crocodile is just called...
Teeth.
There's got to be a specific term for them.
I say fangs, but she's not in this game.
Crocodiles have what are called polyphyodont teeth. Polyphyodont teeth.
Ah,
Okay.
They're sharp, fully erect. No, it can't be what. Yeah, okay. They have what are called polyphyodont teeth, meaning that they can be replaced if one should fall out or decay, in a similar manner to how shark teeth are replaced.
Ah.
So
they
she'll never
only
run
have
out of
sharp teeth.
Yeah. So she'll never run out of teeth. Is an interesting gator fact today.
Neat. Canine teeth implies it comes from dogs, no? I mean, I think it's just the shape to define it.
Yeah, I mean, 'cause
To be fair, I think there is a point where they will stop regenerating a tooth if it gets yanked out too many times.
Oh, yeah, because yanked out would be like destroying the nerves and
Like,
stuff.
if there's too much damage done to that area over time, the tooth's just not going to come back anymore.
Damien probably said he covered the meal because he knew Olivia would get, like, this.
Yeah, I didn't realize she would probably just not give a shit about chicken bones.
I think 858 times. God, could you imagine the guy figuring out how to learn the limit on regeneration for teeth?
I love it.
That would require a lot of trial and error, I assume.
Just gonna keep pulling that tooth out, aren't you? Yep.
So what'd you do this weekend? Well, I got a gator, some pliers, and just went to town.
I've been doing this for about 3 months now.
God, imagine how much, because I assume gator teeth sell for a decent amount. Like, that's a cool thing to buy. So how much money he got for selling, like, 58 sets of gator teeth?
He called it ivory.
Oh, that is what it's called, yeah.
I can't hunt an elephant, so this is my next best thing.
If only tusks grew back.
Did you see the thing where Namibia was telling Germany, we have too many elephants, how about you take some?
No.
Like
it's
in
like-
the zoo or just in the wild?
It's like, they're just like, we have too many elephants, you want to take like 2,000?
Right.
Just into the
Again.
wilds of Germany.
Yeah, sure, just roam.
There's
Wow,
no
that'd be-
fucking way that's how that conversation went.
I
Well, it
was
was basically like Germany was trying to pass some kind of tougher conservation law for elephants in the UN, and Namibia's like, dude, we have too many. Please stop.
Okay, all right.
Sheesh, Hot Wheels. Would you like some actual meat on that? On Zip's pants.
I don't know why that cracked me up so much.
I didn't even know wing bones could get that big. Olivia responds by snap.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was wrong. It was Botswana, and they threatened to send 20,000 elephants to Germany in a dispute over conservation.
Oh, threat! I like the number and the reason went up. It's not, hey, ask you, can you take it? No, I'm gonna make you take them.
That sounds like, I mean, that just sounds like an interesting threat. A means of invasion, really, is just sending 20,000 elephant infantry into
It's
an
like he's
enemy
basically
nation.
saying we need to get them into other countries. They're being a nuisance in ours because there's like 130,000 elephants in Botswana. And it's like, yeah, we've given them out to our neighbors. We'll just give them to Germany. We just won't take no for an answer.
I just like the idea of 20,000 elephants leading a cavalry charge, storming into another nation. That just sounds metal.
Dude, Hannibal couldn't make the elephant native to Europe.
Olivia responds by snapping the bone in two between her teeth. The marrow squirts out a little, and she has to get a napkin to wipe her cheek.
sport.
Suddenly, my own chicken tender meal looks even more unsavory, so I push it aside and closer to the toothed tornado. It only takes her moments for her to accept my offering with no manners whatsoever.
That's kind of adorable. Thank you.
Don't mention it. So, after we finish, any other plans?
Elephant.
A VTuber I know conquered a whole game of Civilization with just elephant. Good for them. Olivia ponders my words while rolling a bone around her mouth like it's a lollipop stick. It's just a chicken. It's just a chicken bone, Ingo. You just saw what she does. You don't want to go down this route. An oddly large chicken bone.
She just starts putting it in. She's like sucking on it just in front of him, giving him ideas immediately.
Uncomfortably large.
Just staring him
chicken
into his eyes while she sucks on it luridly.
And then snaps it in half.
Oh,
Sucks the marrow right out.
I don't know. I've basically done all I want to do by now, except win. Damien's probably got another 20 minutes before he burns out. I'm cool to hang here, unless you want to do something.
Nah, I actually don't play games much. I had fun playing with you, though. Olivia looks away for some reason. We should do this sort of thing more often.
Yeah?
Of course. I never had this much fun outside of my previous schools. Mainly because I never had many friends to hang out with.
I don't have friends. That's kind of sad.
Yeah.
It is kind of sad.
It's almost as sad as being crippled. You are emotionally crippled.
We go together.
It is.
I'm physically damaged and you're emotionally damaged.
It is. But it looks like moving here was a change for the better. Plus, it's just fun hanging out with you. Though stained with sauce, Olivia's lips curled into a smile. And Liz and Damien too, of course. Though I have to admit, with the way Liz gravitates towards Damien, it's almost like she had this all set up.
What do you mean?
Well, Damien and Liz are pretty close, so maybe she's using this as an opportunity for them to get closer. It's almost like we're on a double date or something. Oh, look at that gator.
Bloosh.
She jerks back to me, completely attentive. Did I say something?
Fuck you!
Yes, that's what we're trying to do.
Oh, so we're on the same
no.
page.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Funny? You think dating me is funny?
Since we hang out together pretty often, people might start thinking we're together. Something whips into my back. Ah! Olivia grabs hold of her tail.
It just sounds like she's repeatedly beating him.
That's her tail. That's her tail going back and forth at Mach 2.
Oh wait. Oh, so Olivia whipped her tail?
Yeah,
she was like
um,
nervously whipping her tail.
Involuntarily, it seems.
She whipped it into Anon's ass.
crap, I'm sorry. Yeah. The tail goes up your ass, darling. I had fun today.
What just happened? Olivia just got a happy tail wag and didn't realize her own strength.
Going out like this for the first time in ages, seeing this place again. It's nice.
That Buster guy said they renovated it a bit in the last few years. Has anything else changed? Olivia
The Bracky booth is new.
Olivia looks into the depths of the arcade, looking for anything different.
You know what? I think the wallpaper's changed. But other than that,
She turns back to me with a nostalgic grin.
no, it stayed the same.
Aside from that, updating your favorite game specifically so you can't play it.
The anti-cripple measure.
You know what has changed though? Brachiosaurs are allowed in here now. Like I said, the people here.
What, like employees?
Them too, but I meant the regulars. When we came here, Pigs was always more.
Her tongue probes her cheek as she considers different words.
lively. More hectic. No, more packed. It's almost like nobody goes to arcades anymore.
Rip.
It's almost like we're the only ones here. I mean, have you seen a single character in the background?
Only for a
It
few
was so
seconds.
easy getting food
Only
here
in the
today.
only in the fighting game section, which kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I certainly haven't been to an arcade in a while. Arcades are really more of a, something I did when I was younger. I don't know if kids still go to arcades. I hope they do.
I don't think it's a child. Yeah, it's not a child thing. It's just
It's a
No,
little.
it's not.
I feel it's
have
a location
video games
thing.
at home.
It's also a location thing. Like the only arcades that are around where I am are the ones in malls, inside movie theater lobbies. I recall her almost running some people over to get across the building. And with the look she had back then, I don't think she'd have noticed if she had. Yeah, and also the only arcades around here in the malls and the movie theater lobbies are the ones with the prize gimmick games, no actual, like, traditional arcade cabinets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have video games at home.
And that's
The only like arcade games are like the driving ones or the shooting ones, but there's no like platformers or fighters or anything like that. Nothing traditional.
Some fighting game arcades, just because like a lot of times fighting games still.
I'm more likely to find a fighting game machine at like a laundromat than an arcade around here.
I was just gonna say because like they do still like that traditional like have a tournament around the arcade machine. Some fighting games anyway.
It's weird.
It's
It's funny the places you can find fighting games sometimes.
yeah.
You'll just go into like a
certainly every
random
movie theater.
As I said, you'll just go into like a random laundromat and there'll be like a Tekken 3 machine in the corner.
Well, I meant even new fighting games. Like weirdly, like new fighting games still. Some of them, again, a lot of Capcom ones have arcade releases.
Or yeah, sometimes you'll find like one of those ones that's got a couple different fighting games in it or something. Like those big ones. So you can cycle through all the different Street Fighters they have on it.
Olivia's gaze lingers back towards the arcade machines.
I told you Olivia's gay. Back then, every machine was crowded. It was a lot louder, and there was always this sense of desperation. Something in the air that had everyone excited. That's very true.
What about when you and that guy were playing Jurassic?
Okay, yeah, it was like that. But way more. Like, it felt like every machine had a crowd around it. Everyone just getting crazy, and it was always a pain to wait your turn.
the heaviest of sighs, Olivia turns back towards me.
Is there a Halo light gun shooter?
Halo.
There is.
Yeah, there is. It's a sit-down one, I believe.
Oh, that'd
Yeah,
be
they had
cool.
that at I went to a big arcade in Vegas once, and they had one there.
Yeah, there's usually one if you go to like a Dave and Buster's. They usually have one.
Ooh.
Like a rail shooter?
Yeah,
kind
basically.
of like a rail shooter. Up to 4 people can play. The one I had 4 seats.
You're playing
available.
like a fire team, basically.
Interesting.
Neat.
Just feels empty, like everyone else nowadays. Or everything else.
I mean, empty is good. You were able to get around easily.
You are fucking stupid.
That's
Near hit and runs notwithstanding. And personally, this place feels crazy to me. Even here in the tiny food court, I could feel the rumbling loudness of all the people here resonate through my body. So Inko had, not sheltered, but definitely a very mild upbringing in past that, so his nostalgia just can't mesh with Olivia's.
Does anyone still play checkers? I could go for a game of checkers.
Checkers sucks.
Her only response was a non-committal hum.
I think checkers is my least favorite of the classic board games.
Well, it's meant to be really simple.
Olivia handles her flask carefully, staring down at the sticker I noticed earlier with a wistful look. I remember that Liz mentioned about it being from an old show while she watched.
Speaking of classic board games, does anyone here play Go? I really want to play Go.
Oh, I've played. Yeah, I used to play Go.
Go,
No.
Pokemon Go?
Go to the
Pokemon Go to the polls. No. Go, it's like
It's the one where you,
Chinese chess.
yeah, you
Or
put
yeah,
down
it's
like,
the black and white pieces, and you can only stack them next to each other. And the idea is to surround as many of your opponent's pieces as possible until there's no more spots to fill them in.
I've played it a few times.
My roommate in college had a really, really, really nice Go set, and he was really obsessed with Go. And so he forced me to play, and I literally never beat him once. But I learned a lot while playing it, and it's a very fun game.
Yeah, it's a very it is a very strategy-based game. Like I've heard people say that if you are good at Go, you might be good at like actual military strategy.
Go? Sorry, I don't watch Hunter x Hunter. I get that grenade.
I don't get it.
It's there was this. You're referring to the Gungi, right? The Gungi
yeah,
arc?
the game they made up that is all like this military tactical thing, but it's basically just Go.
Well, no, it's not Go. Go's played very differently from Gungi. Gungi's almost more like chess.
Well, you
with
can tell
various
they're going for the
military
vibe, but he's like, I'm gonna make up my own thing instead of just have them play Go.
Well, Go's a lot simpler than Gungi, I'll tell you that.
Say, I noticed the sticker when I went to refill it. What's it from?
Oh, that? It's from some old anime that I remember watching growing up. Not really special.
She plays video games and she watches anime. This is the girl of my dreams.
And she's crippled. She's perfect.
crippled.
She can't run away from it.
She's literally my dream.
From some anime, huh? What's it about?
She really- she also-
Oh, but look at those eyes. I love it.
Oh,
She was really downplaying how much she loved it. She was like, it's just some anime.
Please talk to me about my obsession.
No.
That's adorable.
She really is fucking Rule 63 Anon in a wheelchair.
You want to know?
This does actually make it a really hard toss-up between Fang and Olivia now. Sure, I never really caught on to the whole anime stuff, but I'd like to know what it's about.
What the fuck does
I did
Inko
things
do?
I did normal things. Go outside, play with friends.
God, what a loser.
I
Who
think,
plays with
pictures.
friends?
I think Inko just has
He
existed.
didn't have friends either.
I think he just existed and
just-
took like topical osmosis through everything.
He's just like a nerd who did nothing all day.
I went outside and touched grass in my youth.
Then again, it could be he just only watched.
photographed
It
grass.
could be he just only watched Western cartoons. I'm sorry, I was a Nickelodeon kid. I didn't watch that Japanimation crap.
Yeah. A good point, MK. She is green too. I mean, she's literally perfect.
Oh,
wait, hold
you
on.
really do.
Sorry. Sure. I never really caught on to the whole anime stuff, but I like to know what it's about. These animes.
Sorry, I just love that Liz is still standing here. You really do want to know. It's not like any other anime. It's called Gundam. Oh my god. No.
Oh, Inko, you're gonna be in for a ride, buddy.
For the For the next 5 minutes, Olivia tries to summarize the premise of Gundam in detail. Oh, I love that happy face.
I love
Normies
how
are
he
people
doesn't.
who are-
I love how he doesn't capitalize it because he doesn't understand that's the title.
Normies are people who allow their hearts to be weighed down by gravity.
Premise of Gundam in detail.
Just flipping through every sprite.
Given that I'm as clueless to it as I was with fighting terminology, the plot sounds completely esoteric.
All you have to know is Char's the best character.
The sticker is the
Laser arm.
The sticker
so
is
cute.
the sword is the symbol worn by a faction of space noids fighting for their independence.
Oh, she's a Xeon.
She's a Xeon sticker. Oh, you're a
she's a Xeon Zimp.
Of course, you're a Char fan.
That sounds like a just a noble group with a goal like that.
They did nothing wrong.
Exactly. Yeah, they just dropped a colony on Earth and killed 3 billion people. But besides that,
Watching her talk so passionately about the series franchise. That's a lot.
it's a big
Now,
series.
actually, I will say I know a little bit about Gundam. I watched some of the Gundam where they're like little tiny robots battling like Pokemon.
SD. Do you by any chance do you remember if it was SD?
Probably,
Yeah,
I
it was
don't
probably
know.
SD. That's the
Little
super
tiny
deformed
yellow
one.
robot boy.
Maybe
Are
you're
you
thinking of
referring to Metabots?
the yellow. Oh no, if you're thinking of, you might be thinking of Metabots if they battled like Pokemon. That wasn't Gundam. That was Metabots.
Oh, I am thinking of Metabots.
Okay, it's like the premise of Gundam
That was
is
also
that
a
it takes
fun one.
It takes place in the not-so-distant future of Earth, where overpopulation has gotten to be such a problem, they stuck most of the population on these space colonies that float out around orbit. And one of the colonies decided, hey, why do we have to have Earth govern us? We're self-sufficient, and we don't really hear from them that much. Why don't we just declare our independence? And that's what most of Gundam revolves around, is the Principality of Zeon declaring their independence from Earth Federation, and basically a war between the two.
I have spent so much of my life thinking that Metabots was a Gundam show.
No. The only one I have ever watched from start to finish is G Gundam, therefore it is the best one.
Yeah, I mean that's where the actual mobile suits of Gundam come from, is because they weren't winning in traditional space warfare, so the Principality of Zeon created the first mobile fighters, which are somehow much more effective than regular spaceships because they have more mobility or something. I
To be
forget
fair,
exactly how the mobile...
They're like much smaller and have guns that can shoot clean through most of these spaceships, so
Yeah,
maybe
they're
they're
like-
onto something.
Yeah, they're basically the mobile suits become super mobile, effective tanks that wipe out ships without much trouble because they're so much more mobile, but being able to pack the same firepower. And the Federation, despite outnumbering them by like 10-1, actually starts losing a fair lot, especially when the Principality starts dropping colonies on Earth.
Yeah,
which
because when you're
does
fighting in
Now-
space,
advantage.
mobility is definitely the most important thing.
Here's
So,
a question for you.
Oh, thanks for the 50 bits, Killer Cow.
Would the Reapers be able to wipe out life on Gundam Earth?
Oh, absolutely. No, the Reapers would fucking destroy it. No, Gundam never leaves Earth. Gundam never leaves Earth orbit. So they're still really, really far behind in terms of, like, they can't travel to other planets, much less other solar systems like Reapers.
Because I always
Reapers
think it's pretty funny that honestly Reapers would not do well in like most sci-fi settings.
No, I think Reapers would fuck. I think Gundams just in general. I chatted up a lot, but they're pretty low tech compared to other space opera shows. They're, like I said, they don't leave Earth orbit. Everything in Gundam, or at least the Neo Centuries, is it called New Century or Neo Century? Like the mainline Gundam stuff all takes place around Earth orbit. And also just to cap off the explanation, the Gundam, the title of the thing, is basically the Earth Federation first mobile suit, which actually starts winning against the Zeons because it's so much better.
And thank you for the 100 bits, Eclipses Febto. Watch G Gundam.
G Gundam is all yes. G Gundam is a whole other thing. It's
Gundam, but what if it's just an anime tournament arc instead?
Yeah. What if
why
Gundam
words
was
not
just
working?
straight up? What if Gundam was just a straight up shonen? Is what G Gundam is, and it's fucking. G Gundam was actually my first Gundam. I fucking love it. It's hot blooded as fuck, is what it is.
For how long?
Star Wars would just destroy the Reapers.
Yeah, I think Star Wars would beat the Reapers. I think they generally have better. They definitely have better hyperdrive because they can fast travel from anywhere and don't have to follow Mass Effect relays. I think they have generally
ships in Star Wars just are like just make Reapers look pathetic.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is that Reapers
Like
cap
Star
out.
Destroyers.
Yeah, the Star Destroyers are
You don't
almost
even-
as
you
big as a
don't even
Reaper,
need-
and they have thousands of them, literally
No,
thousands
Star
of them.
Destroyers are bigger than Reapers.
No,
Star Destroyers are bigger than Reapers.
a regular Star Destroyer is only 1.6 kilometers, whereas an average Reaper is 2 kilometers. So a Reaper
Alright,
is
fine,
slightly
you're right.
bigger,
Okay.
but it is still. They
Wait,
also have
is-
more guns.
Yeah, there's also like a lot of. I mean, there are varying sizes of Star Destroyers. I did not know that the average is apparently 1.6 kilometers. You said.
Yeah, 1.6 kilometers is the size of a Star Destroyer, whereas
It's
a
like-
Reaper is 2
How,
kilometers.
how
ship
big
is-
is that in American?
That is shit. What is the federal? I guess it would be about 1 mile. A Star Destroyer is 1 mile, whereas a Reaper would be about 1.4 miles.
And then you have Vader's flagship.
that's the Super
Yeah,
Star
the
Destroyer.
capital ship was 19 kilometers.
Yes, that's the Super Star Destroyer. That's the big one. That puts anything
Well,
the Reapers have to shame.
specifically that's the Executor, which was a prototype.
That's the big boy Star Destroyer. That's the big one.
The only reason Reapers dominated their universe is because they literally railroaded every single civilization to a specific tech path that was their target and was crippled.
Yeah, that's exactly true. The Reapers, they're the big bads of Mass Effect because they literally set up every single cycle to follow a set path that they planned for. Like they had organized and scheduled genocides across the galaxy on a
They're
semi.
Batman with prep time.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, the Reapers win because they intentionally set out their opponents to lose before they begin.
And then
Just
you
like
have
that.
in the newest, as much as I hate to admit it, in the newest Star Wars, the Star Dreadnought is 60 kilometers wide.
Yes, wide, which was such a fascinating choice. I mean, I guess it doesn't make a huge difference in space, but no, you know
And
what?
then
It does.
it's
It makes
also
turning
at
a
its-
lot harder.
At its longest point, 13 kilometers long. It is obscenely massive.
Wait, so it's 60 kilometers wide and 13 kilometers long, so it's just a normal ship they turn sideways.
But here's the thing.
It's wide
It
like
has-
a bomber.
Here's
is
the
what
funny thing, is it has 8 Star Destroyers that are docked on it as its complement. So it has Star Destroyers
that
that
thing was
deploy
silly.
off of it as smaller ships.
Where did they get all the metal for this?
I mean, they did take over the galaxy.
I mean, when you could harvest
Yeah,
an
I mean, they-
asteroid, that's probably a ton of metal right there.
Yeah, I mean the thing is that the resources aren't a problem for anything in Star Wars because they have thousands of planets to mine from. They
Although
will
that
get
was like
metal
a
somehow.
thing in like supplementary content where they, like, the rebels were becoming a problem for the galaxy because they destroyed the Death Star, which actually did like cripple the economy of the Empire. because of the absurd amount of resources you needed to build the Death Star. And then the Empire's response to this is, we're going to build a bigger one.
But can we make the hole
So,
bigger?
like, in like some of the Rogue Squadron games, there's like lore about that, how like the citizens are kind of getting sick of it.
You guys are gonna make Olivia's voice even raspier. No, it's okay. She likes talking about this. She will literally go on
That's-
forever.
Alternate universe stuff. Oh, and then there's this martial arts one.
That's G Gundam. That's the martial arts one.
As she
And then there's one where they race. That's also not a Gundam. Never mind. Did you guys ever see that show?
Which one?
The IGPX.
I don't know. I don't remember
Yeah.
the name of it. I
Was
just
it on-
know
was
it
it
was
them racing in mechs?
yes.
So yeah,
It was
probably
IGPX.
They just replayed that at Toonami because it got a Blu-ray release recently.
It was one of the original Toonami. It was one of the first Toonami exclusive animes, actually. IGPX.
Interesting.
As she continues her description of the franchise, I start to realize how enamored I've become. This Char guy sounds really cool.
Yeah, these Xeon guys sound like they're the up and up. They're like the rebels. They're just fighting against the evil Federation.
Now, would Transformers be able to beat Gundams?
Yes.
Yes, this is proven.
Oh yeah, that was a death battle. It was Optimus versus the Gundam in Optimus 1. But
Yeah.
similar to the other one, any sci-fi setting that has unlocked travel between other planets or even other solar systems probably beats Gundam.
There's also the fact
Interesting.
that Transformers can scale up massively compared to Gundams.
It's just like I said, they're really advanced for what would be considered in like our standards, but they're really low tech compared to other sci-fi settings.
That's good. Because, yeah, Gurren Lagann is silly to me.
How would a Gundam
Well, I mean,
fare
that's the
against
point.
That's an interesting question. How would a Gundam fare against a Dead Space marker?
I don't know enough about Dead Space
Neither do
to
I.
answer.
Wait, a what?
A gun for the Dead Space marker.
I know Dead Space markers are this thing that marks a planet for being taken over by these giant dead
Well,
planets.
as I understand it, the whole thing with them is that they basically attack your mind. And
Oh, the markers. Okay. Yeah, the markers are what cause the necro.
Well, I mean, if
is
a
it
Gundam's
necrophage?
piloted by a person and the marker attacks the mind, I think that's an easy win for markers.
necromorphs, you mean?
Necromorphs. There we go. What is necrophage?
It's something that eats dead things.
Oh, is that just a real life thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Might be a necromorph as well, but as I understand it, it's just something that eats dead things.
Not just about hearing the show, but from seeing Olivia talking about her favorite show with so much passion and energy. This is what it must be like for her to look at me when I go on my 2-hour tangents.
It's funny, most
the-
of her reactions are negative. I assume she's bitching about Gundam series she doesn't like throughout most of this. Only occasionally does she show happiness.
Well, remember, she loves Xeon, so those are probably moments when she's talking about the other side.
I just
Oh,
want
yeah.
more of that face where she's excited.
Yeah, I
The-
want to see
the
more
light
of
in
the
her eyes.
like happy one.
With
Also,
the big eyes.
Yeah.
Also, thank you, Khaled. It was Universal Century is what it was called.
Hinkle loves this. It's a video essay, but in real life.
Oh yeah, exactly. Inko doesn't enjoy things. He enjoys people enjoying things.
Oh, wait, he
I
really.
mean, I'm that way sometimes.
You know, he really would. You know, I think that probably sums up. He didn't have friends, so he was an iPad kid. He just loves seeing the passion in other people, and that's enough for him. He doesn't need to be passionate himself.
He doesn't play video games, but he loves to watch streamers.
He loves watching other people play video games.
I find myself engrossed in her voice as she recounts a particular version of the anime, as she's even taking to emulating segments from the show.
Sorry. And in the end, he finally admits it, and it's one of the best romances Gundam's done. And
Which one is that?
That one I would need to look up. Best romance in Gundam.
Sadly, that spray is only used 2 other times. Aww. Her sudden pause.
Okay, so I'm seeing two options: either G Gundam with the main character and Rain. I forget how Damon is the main character of G Gundam. For some reason, I remember his Gamma. For some reason, I remember his love interest
Gaimon?
name, but not Gaimon. No, I don't know if I don't think it's Gaimon. Hold on, it's the main character. Of...
Ninja Warrior Gaimon? Or what's the name of that video game?
Okay, I was right. It was Domon. It was Domon. Domon and Ray is usually touted as a really good one, but as far as like the mainline series go, apparently Gundam X has a really good one. Or Gundam Seed is another one I'm seeing.
Mystical Ninja starring Gaimon is the game I was thinking of.
Her sudden pause worries me. What's wrong?
I was like, nothing.
Doesn't sound like nothing. Rather, given the roughness in her tone again, her throat finally ran dry. Do you need another refill?
I'm good.
She drinks deeply from the canteen that had started this all off. It's been a while since she talked herself dry like that. In fact, I can't recall the last time she desperately needed to hydrate like that. I think maybe around the start of the school year?
You know, I was thinking back, she's obviously a Gundam fan, but thinking about Anon in Snoot Game, he was a Metal Gear fan, and now I'm wondering if they would argue about which one had the best mechs.
Oh, Metal Gear.
That's the Xeon logo in VC context, if you were unaware.
She releases the canteen and lets a breath of relief out. Better?
I never understood the point of the fact that sometimes you take a sip from your canteen in Fallout 4.
What?
I mean, it's part of the hardcore system. The canteen is there to give you a hit every now and then.
Okay, so I never played hardcore, so
that's part of the hydration mechanic.
Oh.
And Bethesda's just too lazy to patch it out.
Oh wait, was there not a hardcore and they just left it in there anyway?
There is, but even on regular mode, it'll still give you that message.
Yeah.
Olivia nods.
Yeah, the hardest part about hardcore in New Vegas is that suddenly bullets have weight. I just use bullets as like a second currency.
I really like the hardcore mode in Vegas just because it does. Like I said, it makes it very realistic having to drink and eat and keep track of bullet weight ammo. I think is a neat mechanic.
Anyway, where'd I leave? I wasn't talking about Fallout. Actually, I've probably been babbling on too long about it.
Oh no, I don't mind at all.
It's fine. Besides, you let me talk about my favorite show, so tell me about yours.
Mine?
Is it Lamb Chop? How about Blue's Clues?
Well, I haven't finished anything. Mostly just video essays about old shows.
Oh my god!
He really does just watch essays.
Oh my
How did we
He just watches essays about shows.
I'm just flabbergasted because we called that. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, to be fair, he's a modern white guy. It makes sense.
Is there something beyond normie? Like, would this just be NPC?
Could this be the legendary
Is this what it's
super
like
normie?
Is this what it's like to be a normie?
It can't be. The super normie was just a myth.
I'm told I can call myself a fan of video games without having played them, but does that apply to TV?
Go, God damn it, go.
Olivia sure has taste. Inko's just a gray guy in white face.
My favorite video game is only video games that you've actually played.
Snake.
It's like I saw a screenshot on V, that rotates around. It's like that one Steam achievement where it's like, basically doing everything on Steam, and everything's checked off except play a game. Like, oh, this guy's a real gamer here.
Games.
She could tell me exactly what kind of show she likes and why she likes it. Used to watch video essays back in high school. Was fun till it wasn't. Actually,
I mean, I still like to watch video essays, but I usually watch them as I'm playing the game or after I'm done playing the game because I like getting people's inputs on it.
Yeah, I saw a video of I think it was like a scholar guy. I think it was either something about boredom or something about the mind's attention. And he was talking about how he used to watch TED Talks. Like, he got into watching TED Talks, you know, because of the educational thing, and this guy was like a professor. But then he's like, at a point, I just felt like I was going through motions, and it's basically turns out, watched so many, your brain just kind of starts tuning out because it's like, oh, it's just another one of these.
Like, the one thing I can't get is I like video essays if they're about up to an hour, maybe 2 hours. I can't understand video essays that go up to 5 hours or even 14 hours. I just don't get it. You'd spend half a day, you'd have to spend like the entire period of you being awake watching this one video. At this point, just make it a series.
As a delivery driver, video essays are great, but I hope someone shoots me if I use them to substitute my own opinion. Yeah, I mean, this feels like definitely Inko. I mean, I think I said at the start with how he was with, like, Ben, and, like, first meeting Ben and Olivia, he gets really into other people's passions, but I didn't realize he has no genuine interest himself outside of the photography.
He is
Well, that's why
completely
he's a
lacking.
photographer, because that's just taking interest in other things.
Exactly.
Oh my
that's
god!
him earlier. He doesn't make art. He takes pictures. That's a photograph. You didn't make it.
Oh my god, dude, that's perfect setup.
He captures the images of others. He doesn't know how to create himself.
Dude,
he is lacking in Savol.
Oh my god, that bravo caveman on that. That's like an amazing trait to just sum up the character. I just know bits of trivia. No, that can't be right. I've seen lots of things in passing. Like...
I feel like this is like building up for a Final Fantasy VII style plot twist. It turns out he's actually a government experiment and hasn't been a real person until this year.
Oh, so that's why he has no face.
That's why he has no favorite. He is the perfectly average normie. He's used
Right
to
now,
gauge
he's
interest
he's experiencing an existential crisis. And he's like, wait a minute, have I existed before now?
Have I existed before the start of this game?
Oh, wait a minute. There's that cool stream I saw, twitch.tv/Khazard. Yeah, that guy's...
Twitch.tv/Khazard?
Yeah, that one's a cool one. He's got a lot of great stuff.
Wow.
I also
sounds
like Cerveza Cristal.
Cerveza Cristal!
Wait, Hinkle, you might have a point. He did say earlier, wait a minute, I'm human. He just realized it. Well,
I like this. Inko is the first living mannequin.
Well, shoot. I have no swag. I guess I spent more time watching in-depth video essays about shows than actually watching them. Man, that's embarrassing.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
She starts slowly wheeling away.
I'm embarrassed
Just a little.
for you. Okay, maybe a little. Like, what the fuck? Watch, just enjoy something.
Just turn on the TV.
It's never too late to get into
Man,
it.
I never
It's
would have
what you
enjoyed
feel like you
Baki.
like.
Man, I never would have enjoyed Baki if I didn't just pick it on Netflix one day.
Next time you're over at my place, we can binge watch a whole anime series. Like,
No,
you know,
Inko,
like-
run
What?
while you're still pure.
Oh, well,
Run, get out of there.
I've seen some essays on this One Piece one. Could we binge that?
Inko, get out of there, run!
Start from the beginning.
3 months
It'll-
later.
it'll
Imagine
only
stuck
one-third
three
of the way
stuck 3
through.
months in Olivia's goon cave.
You gooning.
I like the sound of that.
Boo-hoo! You got invited to a girl's house. Oh, boo-hoo!
Oh man, I can't believe I got invited to a girl's house.
Sorry, I'm yawning. But if it ever gets too intense, you can always watch Power Raptors with Vinny.
I'd watch that.
Hey!
It's also Japanese. Relax. Toku shows like that aren't just for kids to like.
Marry her! Marry her! Marry her!
And
this woman now.
And that you can see frame by frame in that instant, Olivia immediately eclipsed Mia for Shima.
She's just like me, for real, for real.
This is the reverse of
someone clip that,
if
please.
If you watch closely, you can see the exact moment his heart breaks, but in reverse.
Yeah, no, Olivia's top tier, man. She's definitely my top pick.
It's funny
You
though.
like- If
I
I don't know, I mean, Mia would still step on my dick, so I don't know if Olivia's ready to do that though.
I literally can't step on your dick.
And yeah, that's the deal breaker.
I feel like she would. I feel like she'd be fine wheeling over you.
Oh, I'll just roll over your dick.
It's not the same. It's just the wheel doing it, not you.
WBT, wheel and ball torture.
Ouch.
I hate. I can't stop. I'm dying.
Imagine putting the wheels out in front of one of the tires
Stop.
and she just
Stop. It's funny though. I remember my dad letting me watch it as a kid, and then he died, and then he got into it because I showed him.
If you don't mind me asking, you mentioned your dad's in and out of town because of his job. What is it exactly?
Death. He's on contract with the Department of Dinosaurs.
The Door of Darkness?
the door to
What's
the door of
darkness?
dark.
Hey boys, have you heard about the
door to darkness?
Hey, thanks for the 20 bits, Killer Cow. Please, no.
I can't remember if I've explained this before, but I fucking love Mickey in the organization coat because it's like, it's usually worn as a disguise, but his ears are still quite prominent. Like, who the fuck is he fooling thinking he's wearing that? Like, what is he disguising?
The Door of Darkness.
Well, the rest of his face, clearly. Wow.
Oh my goodness, who is this mysterious stranger with giant fucking Mickey Mouse ears underneath that mysterious
Could be
coat?
Minnie Mouse.
Yeah, it could be Minnie.
I guess.
Wow. Really?
Yep, been working with the Air Force since I was a baby. My mother was an airplane. Luckily, he doesn't call that often, but when he does, it's pretty lengthy. Weeks, even months.
Oh, so that explains why your legs don't work, because planes don't have them.
What?
Because you said the mother's an
Oh.
airplane.
Okay.
Dumb.
Ah, that must suck.
It's not too bad. We still call each other and send messages. The work just keeps him busy.
Well, that's good. Keeping in touch with your folks is important.
I communicate through my parents through sticky notes.
Imagine
Alright,
Oswald in Kingdom Hearts. That would actually be cool to include him as the villain for 4.
Why
Oswald.
can I not think of who Oswald is?
The rabbit.
He's the rabbit.
Oh, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit.
Yeah.
Oh,
The one that they made a whole
Why
game
was it?
about.
I was thinking about the fucking like the octopus from that one cartoon. Does anybody else remember that one?
Which
This is
from a-
familiar.
It's Oswald was his name.
Oswald the octopus.
Yeah, hold on.
It was like a Nick Jr. show?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hold on.
It's a blue, big fat octopus.
Yeah, I just looked it up online. I don't think I saw this.
So if
I remember
Olivia
it.
goes fast enough, she'll go flying. Yeah, if you push her down a hill, she sticks her wings out. Tail starts spinning like a propeller.
Technically, we'll all fly if we go fast enough.
Oh yeah, that's true. We now know the dad's alive. so it's not a dead thing. You
So
just
you think-
unlocked a memory mentioning Oswald. Is this a good or a bad memory, Vinfrost? Why do I feel sad now?
But like your parents, what's their job?
Human.
Neglecting me. Their job is human. I am not a government experiment.
Yeah, I remember the wiener dog was named Weenie. That was funny.
Honestly, with the name Inko Genito, I'm starting to think I'm onto something here.
Well, I mean, Anon was Anon Y Moose.
Maybe they're both government experiments. What if that's the plot twist of Highway whatever the fuck?
Exit 665.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, every character in that is like, you know, an animal of some sort.
Oh, so the human characters aren't going to be in it?
No, there's no human characters in it.
I
They're all-
thought it was like all the characters from the other games they've done.
Yeah, but they're humanoid. They're not human.
Oh, but I meant like no Inko and Anna.
No, it's completely separate universe.
Oh,
Aren't
so
they-
it's just like the other side ones they've done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aren't they all bugs? Only the one. Oh, mine are joint partners at Architect. It's why we move around a lot, and the main reason why we're here in Volcadero to begin with. You see, they're having to fix up a school after it got shot up.
Real tragedy.
Yeah, it turns out the canon ending is ending one.
Darkest end.
Now it all makes sense. Or maybe it's Zelda style and all of the endings are canon and there's some
They all
merged timeline.
combine.
Or,
There was
I mean,
there was a school shooting, but it wasn't Thing.
Let me flex my nerd credits. Also, could be an Elder Scrolls 2 ending, which did the exact same thing.
What?
Everybody got possession of the god giant, but also nobody.
What does?
You know.
She points at my shades and jacket. Having on a jacket and shades doesn't automatically make me rich, Olivia.
Being rich makes me rich.
Dude, who else wears clothes from Abercrombie and Flint and has extra pairs of Ray A-band sunglasses on them? He did have an extra pair. People in mansions, that's who.
I don't live in a mansion.
Also, you know, a
For
poor
your
person can live in a
information,
mansion.
it's a 2-story complex with the automatic gate and... Oh. Shit, I guess I am rich. I see what you mean.
It truly is the opposite of Anon in every way.
In exactly every way.
Now
I'm
you get
powerless against him!
it. Money bags.
Suddenly, Liz starts waving her hands around excitedly. Oh no, what are her and Damien doing?
Oh no.
Okay, if we start hearing swallowing, let's leave.
I'll have what she's having.
What the?
Inko, Olivia, huggers.
Damien comes rushing in, both arms filled with a pile of tickets. Oh, he got the jackpot, I bet. Whoa, mama, that's a lot of tickets. The other end is still trailing behind him.
Damien got the jackpot on the Megala Millionaire.
This is probably like 1,000 tickets. If I knew how to count, I'd do it. I'm gonna go see what this gets in the price counter. Come on.
Holy crap, Lois.
It's Damien.
The horse is here.
Alright, yeah. You done eating, Olivia?
The tiny horse?
She takes the basket of chicken strips and pushes back from the table.
Yeah.
I roll my eyes and follow behind Damien to the prize counter. He plops his winning stash on the counter in front of the unamused clerk.
Well, what'll this get me?
A lollipop.
Nothing. You
Nothing.
need to drop
Oh.
those in a ticket counter first.
Oh, damn, nearly forgot.
He rushes off to get them counted, and I look over the options. There's a few old games up on the top shelf for several thousand. What's the exchange rate supposed to be?
Whatever they think they can get away with.
Below me in the glass counter is a bunch of candy and small plastic novelties. There's also a lot of joke items, whoopee cushions, air horns, things like that.
Get an air horn. Get an air horn.
In one corner is a series of licensed and generic plush toys hanging. What do you think he'll get?
Wait, what did you want to get, Hinkle? Damn it, Okay, I immediately regret this decision.
That's you, Scruffy.
Probably the mini Asika?
I think you should get.
Or... or no, maybe that plasma globe.
Do you think if he touched the plasma globe, his frill would stand up along with his hair?
Damn, Shima, gotta get that thing fixed.
Oh, you can hear it from here?
Yeah, man.
Man, I put it right next to me. The battery is out and it's still making that noise. There it goes again. The battery's out. It's not plugged in.
Wow. Oh.
Impressive. Must have a backup.
Fuck you!
He's gonna get a handful of candy and let us have the rest.
You think so?
Alright, you're back.
He hands the ticket over. I spot the number 1247 printed on the ticket.
Nice.
Dang, that's enough for one of the plushies on the wall. And wow, he was right. It was about 1,000 tickets.
Let's see. I want...
Calling this the Turok universe is fucking. It's wild and messed up considering that you shoot dinosaurs in it.
That was what all the wars Inko keeps ignoring were about. The Turok Wars.
How about that?
He points to a small foosball table on the top shelf. The clerk glances up at it and back. That's gonna be like another few thousand.
Oh, damn it. I'm out of ideas. I can't find anything else.
Damien, you just had one idea.
Where are all the prizes?
That's all he can have, man. Why are you getting? Why are you grilling him?
Guess I'll have some of those then.
I'm sorry, I probably need to stop soon.
Yes, I'd say as soon as we meet the next scene transition.
Yeah.
If not
Probably
sooner.
almost done with the arcade here.
Yeah.
The clerk gets a small bag of chocolates from the display.
You guys have the rest.
That smug
Okay.
look of confidence. Yeah, I called it.
I don't really need anything here.
Nothing's really speaking to me either.
I might want something.
Olivia scans the corner.
Your eternal silence.
There's still enough tickets for a medium prize. She might be going for a paddle ball or something. There's the eyes again.
Big eyes.
Whoa, look at that.
She points to the plushy corner. The blue slug thing?
No, next to it. I wonder if that's a reference to that one character.
I was just gonna say, I feel like that might be a Dory reference. There's a weird dark green thing hanging in the corner.
What the fuck, Olivia? Why?
The only one of its kind. I kind of want to drop kick it.
So angry.
What the fuck?
He feels a deep sense of rage at this thing.
That's the
Oh,
Angry.
it's the fucking Teak Lake. Go back in. We don't want you on land.
Go back. Go back. What are you doing? Go back in the ocean where you belong. You don't have any idea of the consequences of your actions.
Go
know
back
what
into the
happens
ocean,
after
you
you-
motherfucker. You don't know what you've started.
I love that.
Do you have any idea what happens when you set foot on that beach? Fucking love it. It's also just angry eyes. Look at the angry eyes on Inko.
Genuine rage at his ancestor.
I love
You're the
chat. It's because of you I pay taxes.
You're the reason I have to pay rent and go to work.
That one? I don't know. Something about it really makes me want to, I don't know, jump in the ocean? Tie it to a firework and set it off into a deep fryer? Wait a minute. Rockets explode!
I was just thinking the same thing.
This is the correct
About
response
rockets
to have
exploding?
Teak to leave.
So you like evolving, do ya? We'll teach you a lesson, you dumb fish.
Oh, many times we have to teach you this lesson, old man.
You think you like evolving and shit? You think this is a fucking game?
You guys are rude. Not saying you're wrong, though.
Wow. He looks like he's the reason we have taxes.
I hate his face. He thinks he's better than all of us. I've gotten used to it. It's been around for years.
How would I hate it?
You don't really want it, right, Olivia?
It's just like me, for real, for real.
It's just like me for FRFR.
Just like me.
Everyone hates it. Everyone hates it, just like me.
Its legs don't work. Just like me.
Her
It
eyes are
also can't walk right.
her eyes are bright and wide. She's in love.
It's also an aquatic creature that also goes on land.
Oh. I love it.
Looks so cute.
She is on something right now.
She's on love.
I love this.
I believe that Liz slipped something to Olivia, and Damien's mad about it.
I'll tell you what she's on.
That thing's
Not a
the
wheelchair.
fucking, that thing's the fucking reason we live in a society.
The toy's coded in DMT. There's a reason she's like that.
There's no rules against the Pokemon.
The clerk hands her the stuffed toy, and she looks deep into its beady eyes.
Yep, just like me.
I'm going to set that thing on fire. Right now.
Not if you like having both arms. You can be a paraplegic just like me.
We have two for a reason.
Yes, but she said
And one of
both.
those reasons is killing this thing right now.
The argument continues.
My arm was born specifically to destroy that thing.
For several minutes.
Do it.
Guys, it's getting late. I think it's time we head out.
Ah, shoot. She's right.
Do it so we don't have to pay subscriptions.
Even even though the weekend starts tomorrow, I still have a curfew that my folks are strict about.
You're the reason the internet exists, and why I'm pissed I have to pay for it.
Agreed. Just imagine that the plush is watching from the cuck chair. That's a mean name for Olivia.
I mean, what else would you call it?
Have a good night, Pixel.
The croc chair. Much nicer than cuck chair.
Oh. I guess you're right.
On the way out, Damien stops and breathes in deeply.
You know, this was a lot of fun. Especially the parts where we talked about fighting games and MOBAs.
Oh my god, she's fading into the background.
And then Olivia faded into the background and stopped existing. Coming all here together the first time in a while. Thanks for taking us, Liz.
Oh, it's no problem.
Thanks to you guys, too.
Yeah, man, it was fun. We should do this again sometime. Is it just like you remember it?
Even better. Because we have more friends.
I know I was a bit meh about the idea at first, but I'll admit, it was worth it.
She says this because she got this fish.
It was only worth it because of the fish.
Interesting she wheeled to look at the love tester. I guess maybe
Yeah.
there was something there. That's why it was scrapped. Here she would use it, but by this point in the story, you don't make enough choices to get anything. Ah, okay. Back in the
Yeah,
car.
I guess they already had the story planned out, so they couldn't really change things.
Yeah, because you think about the tarot cards and Snoop game, you really only have 2 choices to make after that, so it's like pretty late.
All right, I think this is a good pause point.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll hold it here.
We can pick up with this fish argument next time.
Yes.
I'm sure we can think of even more reasons to hate the fish.
I like the fish.
That fish is the reason I have to experience. That fish is the reason I have to experience humanity.
Yeah, but if it wasn't for that fish, we wouldn't have all the waifus.
That fish is why I have work tomorrow.
Well, with that, thank you for stopping in, everybody, and thank you for enjoying the Gator. I apologize you had to see the fish, though.
You had to what?
That they had to see the fish.
Oh.
Yes, we apologize that you had to see the teak to leak.
Oh, thank you again
know-
for the 10 bits, Killer Cow.
The committer of the first sin.
Yeah, don't
Getting
know
its
this-
ass out of the
Twitch
ocean.
alerts aren't working. I'll have to check that sometime.
Well, he who is without sin cast the first.
Bad fish on stream, instant unsub.
Understandable.
Have a nice day.
Fuck you!
Reporting stream for showcasing crimes against humanity with that fish.
That fish is single-handedly responsible for every crime against humanity in history.
This fish is the root cause of all evil.
This fish is why I'm now dead. This fish is why I'm now dead.
Oh no. Let's see. Huh, interesting. No one else is streaming Wani, and it doesn't look like anyone else is streaming Snoop Game. I have no idea who to send a raid to then.
We gotta raid somebody. Is there
Well, you
anything
should probably pick someone who's got a lot of bugs.
or a lot of dinos? Anyone playing anything remotely dino like Turok?
Let's go through
Star Fox Adventure.
Sorry, to be clear, because I don't think people got my joke. I was making a joke about the bug spray called Raid.
Oh,
Ah.
that is,
Send the raid to someone. Yeah.
yes, yes, I get it. I laughed. What other games have dinosaurs? There's got to be more games that have dinosaurs. Primal Rage we had covered earlier.
Anything in the Jurassic Parks?
Huh,
or...
I typed in dinosaur, and let me just type in dinosaur. If I could spell it correctly, that would also work. Well, something came up. T-Rex dinosaur game. Oh, this just looks like a military shooter. Never mind.
Oh, there's Ark Survival Evolved is dinosaurs.
Oh yeah, I could do Ark. Who's streaming that? Oh, there's a lot of people. Who do I pick? Okay, sort by recommended.
All right. Well, I'm going to bed. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna send
Have a
you.
good night, Hinkle.
I'm gonna send you
Oh,
guys off.
I'm
to
becoming
this
a
guy.
robot.
Yes, thank you again for sticking around.
According to MK Lynn, there's a dinosaur VTuber streaming Black Mesa.
Black Mesa. Let's check that out.
There's also Yoshi is a dinosaur. If there's any Yoshi games.
Oh yeah, okay. I see. Yeah, I see the dinosaur guy. He's a T-Rex. Okay, I'll
All right,
send
I'm
you over to
going.
him. Yes. Everybody have a good night.
Night,
Thank you.
Hinkle.
Thank you for sticking around, everyone, hanging out. Sometime. That's the best I can give. Because I want you to finish like Pokemon and stuff. Wait, why is he not showing up in the raid thing? Oh my God, Twitch! Why won't you let me do things? But anyway, yeah, like I'm still planning to finish Pokemon Infinite Fusion at some point, so that'll probably be one of the upcoming things. Here we go. I think I got it now. All right, raid is set up. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around. Have a good night, and I will see you all sometime over the weekend, maybe, probably anyways. Thank you for watching. Good night.
Good night.